This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative, Position 1, GOP. Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner, District 3. And Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor. Good evening and welcome to Fouts Field at South Sound Stadium on the campus of North Thurston High School in Lacey, Washington for tonight's South Sound Conference football game between the Shelton Highclimbers and the North Thurston Rams. I'm Rick Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. It's the 2018 SSC football finale for the Highclimbers and the Rams, and both teams are still looking for the first conference win. In Shelton's case, the first win of the season. The Climbers are coming off last week's 49-6 loss to Yelm, while NT was shut out by Timberline 35-0. Shelton found the end zone again last week as Troy Goodwin caught a Luke McPhee pass and went 95 yards for the score. The Highclimbers have scored 20 points in the past 2 weeks after being blanked the previous 4 weeks. North Thurston has had more success offensively than the Highclimbers, having put points on the board in 5 of their 8 games this season. In the Rams' 2 victories, they scored 48 against West Seattle in Week 1 and 21 against Port Angeles in Week 2. North Thurston has won 6 of the last 10 games against Shelton, taking last year's matchup 20-7. This is Week 9 of the 2018 high school football season on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Highclimbers versus the North Thurston Rams at South Sound Stadium. We'll have more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show in a moment, including a chat with Shelton coach Mike Speaks. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for the last 14 years. During this time, I've gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to a community that has been so good to me and my family. I'm humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Rick Allen, and it is now time to talk with the coach. Yesterday I had a phone conversation with Shelton coach Mike Speaks.
Well, let's first start with the 95-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, it was a great play. I mean, you can see when we give our guys time, we can complete a couple, a few passes. But right now it's tough protecting our quarterback. We're having a hard time, keeping the pressure off of him. And, Troy's a good athlete, and he outran everybody. And, it was a good play. Wish we had more like it.
Let's talk about Luke McPhee a bit. Noticed that in the last game, and I brought this up during the broadcast, doesn't really matter where the play is going. He goes through all the motions afterwards. I noticed that he's going through the handoffs or all the options afterwards. Is that the way the offense is designed?
You mean like on his play fakes?
Yes, on his play fakes.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. Yeah, I mean he's we've been working on that with him to kind of speed that up a little bit so it's not so deliberate. This is a new offense for him that he's learning, and the play fakes are a little bit slow, but he's getting better. He's getting better each week, and we really pushed and emphasized to kind of speed that process up a little bit. But he's doing a good job. He's showing a lot of leadership out there. So
we noticed a few weeks ago that Luke has a kind of a pretty significant hard count that he got defense. Do you put that in there as a hard count? Yeah,
we work on it, and sometimes it it bites us a little bit. We jump a little bit ourselves, and we work on it. We work at it pretty hard at practice, so we're not just going on the same count. We want to try to keep the defense off, on their toes a little bit, so they're just not teeing off on us. So right now these teams are quite a bit more physical than we are right now, and we're trying to give our kids any advantage possible that we can. So that is definitely something we do work on at practice.
So we have North Thurston this week.
Yep.
What do you expect out of the Rams?
Well, we're very similar. Both teams are very similar. They had a little bit of success early in their non-conference games. They've kind of been through the ranks of our league, and they've been beat up pretty good, just like we have. They run a very similar offense to what we are. They're a little wing king-ish themselves. They have some pretty good football players. Looks like they're well coached. So it's basically, let's see who's the battle of who can be mentally tougher. Because you can tell both teams have been pushed around and beat up a little bit. So, hopefully we can jump out early and put some points up on the board early and keep our heads in the game and play hard for 4 quarters.
So let's talk about jumping out early in the coin flip. And this goes back to philosophy, I suppose. If you win the coin flip, do you want to defer or do you want the ball?
Well, we've won the coin flip a lot this year, and it's been crazy because math. The smart move says, hey, defer, get the ball in the second half. It's kind of like baseball. Hey, we'll take home.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's something we certainly have talked about over the last couple of weeks. We're like, well, man, if we're going to keep winning, maybe we'll just take the ball. So. Yeah, it's crazy. We've won. I think we've only lost 1 toss all year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's been maybe two at the most. But it seemed like we ran off 4 or 5 or 6 weeks in a row where we won the toss. So, and we did choose to defer on all of them.
In a game where do you want to put your best unit out there?
In what game?
In any game. Any given game.
Yeah, absolutely. And injuries have played a big part in why, we haven't had all of our pieces out there, and some guys have come back and we've chose, okay, we're only going to play them on one side of the ball right now until they get healthy. Like Trevor Meyer has been nicked up a little bit. Troy has been nicked up a little bit. He's been battling a little bit of a shoulder and an ankle. So, we would love to have him out there both ways. Almost everybody goes both ways. Almost all the guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're super thin, at O-line, D-line, linebacker. We don't have a lot of depth, and we have to play young kids, a lot in those positions. And, like this week, it's all hands on deck. It's, Troy will probably play more defense. We're not going to start Troy on defense, but he'll play more defense than he did last week. And then when the game got kind of out of hand too, that plays a part in how we we want our guys out there, you know. So I mean, these guys have been playing a lot of minutes, a lot of downs, you know. I mean, you know, losing Trenton Hughes is a big deal because that's our starting center and he's our starting, you know, backer. So losing Trenton was a big one. But Jake Myers, we're getting him back. I think this will be week 3 now, and I wouldn't say he's 100%, but he's probably 95, 90% right now. So that's going to help us a lot because when he came back, you know, he got released from the doctor with his shoulder, and you know, it took him a little bit to kind of get back into the swing of things, you know, with practice and running and whatnot out there. So I look for Snake Jake Myers to have a really good game on Friday night.
Okay.
You can see it at practice, and you could see it last week on the film that, you know, he's really starting to kind of get back to his old self. So and we haven't had him all year, so that's a big deal having him back.
Right.
You know, Trevor, you know, losing Trevor, you know, for a couple weeks, that hurt. You know, last week was his first week back, and kind of wanted to ease him into the role, you know, and not just go, hey, buddy, hey, you're back playing both ways, and you're gonna play a lot of minutes, you know. So we kind of chose to play him more on offense, and then just kind of use him a little bit sparingly on defense to let him kind of ease back into the game because he had 2.5 weeks off.
Right.
So that's kind of where some of that stuff stems from, if that helps.
Okay.
Answer any questions that have, you know, hey, put our best out there. Yeah, absolutely. We want our best out there.
That's High Climber headman Mike Speaks. His team is taking on North Thurston next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor. And welcome back, everyone, to Fouts Field, South Sound Stadium, in the Lacey for some South Sound Conference football. It's the conference finale for both these teams. And joining me today is, tonight is Jerry Apple. Jerry,
hi, Diedrich. How you doing?
how's it going? we're just getting ourselves set in a new location. And we're actually in a booth, so it'll be a little bit quieter than what we're usually, unless we prop a window open. I don't know if we want to do that just yet. We'll see. Got teams that are pretty much even record-wise, except North Thurston has 2 wins on the season. They beat West Seattle. They beat Port Angeles. And a note on Port Angeles, just to throw it out there, North Mason is playing at Port Angeles tonight. And if the Bulldogs win that game, they'll likely be bound for the playoffs. If they lose, then who knows. But we've got this game in front of us. Heard the coach talk about Troy Goodwin. Unfortunately, something happened in warm-ups, and he is not available for tonight. We don't know if it was a knee or it aggravated his ankle some more, maybe that shoulder, or it's just a combination of everything. We don't really know, but unfortunately, the Highclimbers will be without the services of Troy tonight. And if I got this right, is North Thurston getting the kick, Jerry?
It looks like it, yes.
Okay, so
they didn't really. You didn't see the arm expressions quite.
We're on the opposite side of the field, so we're not going to get any of those indications, but I think that's what the indication was. So it'll be the Highclimber defense out there first. I'm assuming that maybe the Highclimbers won yet another toss. Talked about that with the coach. And they've been pretty lucky on the coin flips this year. According to him, I haven't been paying. That's not one of the stats that we're tracking on our broadcast. Unless you're doing that, Jerry. Are you adding that to your?
I have not yet, but maybe I need to next year.
Maybe you need to. So the question that we had before we started to hear from the stadium is, who will the Highclimbers send back? I said, well, Anthony Bourne, but I'm wrong. It's Josiah Oles. He's on the far side, and it'll be Jason Kenyon on the near side.
Right.
And kicking it off, it looks like number 22, Nathan Hewlett will do the kicking for the Rams. Of course, the Rams are in their purple uniforms. Highclimbers in their white jerseys, black pants. And there's a run-up and the kick. It is end over end and heading out to the far side. And Oles will pick it up at the 10 to the 15, and there's nowhere for him to go. I'm going to have to open a window. It's very quiet in here, Jerry. You're so used to the sound. We'll get to that as soon as we get a moment. So that was a
8-yard return.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Or start doing the math. Young folks out there, if you ever wonder, what do we need math for? This would be a good example. Football. So Luke McPhee will bring him out. And I'm curious to see who they have in Goodwin's position. I can't see the number, Jerry. And inside handoff, and that was going to be Ivory Alexander. Not much there, if anything at all.
No.
Let's see if we can get a little bit more sound in here, Jerry. Maybe. Without destroying everything that I have. Nope, that's not going to work.
No gain on the play.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line for the Highclimbers, their first possession of the ball game. And an opening drive here in this contest. Both teams are winless in the conference. And it looks like it's going to be double tight formation there with receivers on each side. Hand off to oh, no, what's that? It's a faked handoff and a pass intended for Anthony Bourne. See, he does such a good job
of carrying through that fake.
Through the fake, and I didn't even see it, but it's incomplete, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, he does a good job on that.
Always got everybody faked out, but I think for a defensive standpoint, you watch the one player, and somebody has to key on him. So you got Hurt wide to the near side. There he is. And the backs are Kenyon and Alexander, but Nothing there. There's a big loss on the play.
Yeah, there's a fumble, but he'd already his knees had already gone to the ground.
So we're back to about the, looks like the 10-yard line.
And that's an 8-yard loss.
So Bourne is on to kick it away. Nice high spiraling kick. It'll be caught at the 38. Let's see, that looked like it was, oh, that's
number 15.
Number 15. I can't even see a 15 on my sheet.
Yeah, that would be Grant Brown.
Okay, now I found him. So the Rams will start their first drive on the Highclimber 38. Quarterback is McGard.
Number 4.
Yeah. And this is a very similar form, and I think we're going to get somebody jumping off sides on the Highclimbers.
Yeah, number. Yep.
We don't worry about numbers.
No, we don't. we
don't.
We got to be positive.
Yeah. So that'll give the Rams, 5 yards.
First penalty of the game.
It'll be 1st and 5 to the 33. So everybody shifts on this play. This is interesting, keeping Highclimbers guessing. Man in motion, inside handoff to the inside the 25, to about the 24. I believe it was number 20 on the carry. Let's see, I thought that was 20, and I'm not seeing the number.
The name was Garcia.
Oh yeah, there it is, number 20, Gary
number
Garcia.
20.
Yeah. We're in the dark here, otherwise you could see us in the window, so it's very hard for us to see everything. We're not used to being inside for these things. That's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, 10-yard gain.
From the 24, handoff again to Garcia, getting around the outside. Got around the edge, and then he is just swallowed under by a couple of Highclimbers. Kenyon, Boren. I didn't see there was a 3rd guy in there on the play, and I didn't see who that was.
Looks like a gain of 3 on the play.
Spot the ball just shy of the 20. Scoreboard says it's a 14. I think it's a.
Well, they just changed it to the 20.
It's a 20. It was a 24 before. So give him 4 on that carry.
Okay.
Little mix-up in the backfield. And
gained a couple yards on the.
Yeah, it was banging into bodies in the backfield, and McGard ended up getting to about the 17-yard line.
So gain of 3 on the play. Ball was kept by the quarterback.
Out of a broken play.
Yeah.
And that will bring up a 3rd down if I'm right. I don't see the yet.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It is 3rd down.
Scoreboard's a little slow. Can't rely on that. So under center will go the Rams. I believe we have a timeout on the field. Now we're going to get Jason Kenyon off.
And number 30 just came in.
Ethan Yarborough is on for the Highclimbers. Do a lot of shifting here.
Yeah.
And up to Garcia. Got a big hole there that closed rapidly, but there is a 1st down run there.
2nd 1st down.
Inside the 10, it looks like about the 6-yard lines where the Rams will be.
11-yard gain.
8.5 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. Short field for the Rams to start out with in their first possession. McGard under center, and Garcia is the back, and it's going to be handed off this time to number 26. And that is Eddie Martinez. He got inside the 5, about the 3, it looks like.
Gave him 4 yards on the play. Oh.
So second
goal.
Yeah. They'll spot it at the 4, actually. Well, that looks closer to the 3, but we'll give him 4.
And now you mentioned that both teams are going to be on the ground most of the night. You're not going to see too many passes.
Yeah, we expect, but we're
not sure.
We're never sure. And there's Garcia straight up the middle. Did he get into the end zone? No indication just yet. No, I think he was stopped short, right at the goal line. Good goal line stand for the Highclimbers there. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal from about the
1 or less than a 1.
Less than a 1. I think.
Yeah.
If I can zoom in, let's see. Can't quite see. That's
it's
as close
right
as I can get it.
almost.
It is right up against from our angle. It's probably about the half-yard line. Gonna look for a dive in the middle. Nope. It's Garcia diving over the top, and there's a touchdown for the Rams. So North Thurston strikes first with a 1-yard plunge over the top by Garcia, and it is 6-0. And Hewlett is on to kick the extra point. I'm sorry about the poles, guys. It's just the design of the stadium. There are poles that are going to be blocking our view all night long, and it just drives everybody nuts. There's a snap. There's a spot. There's the kick. Oh, that looks off. I think he might have snuck it in. Did he sneak it in? He did sneak it in. It kind of
He kind of looked like it was way to the left,
yeah,
or a little bit to the left.
Looked like he hooked it, but it snuck in across or through the cross bars.
But we've learned not to count it until we see the official put their hands up.
That's right. We learned that. So it is 7-0, 7:03 to go. First quarter. North Thurston strikes first. We'll be right back.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights, vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Back at South Sound Stadium. Rams about ready to kick it to the Highclimbers for the second time tonight after their touchdown drive. And here we go.
Kenyon and Oles are back deep again.
They put Oles on the near side, Kenyon on the far side, and might have been because of the last kickoff. It was a little bit bobbled back there. And here's the run up and the kick. To the far side it goes again. Kenyon will take it at the 15. And he gets to the 20. And I didn't.
Actually, he got it to the 30.
Oh, did he get to the 30? Yeah, you're right. I'm not seeing numbers now. So that was a good 15-yard return.
Yeah, good 15-yard return. Mm-hmm. So very positive.
But Jason's had some good returns this
year.
He
has. You know, he's had several, between more than several between 17 and 20 yards.
Right.
Kickoff returns.
So the Highclimbers will start out 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Long time in the huddle. Hurt will come wide to the near side. And I think that's McKenna wide to the far side. And we're going to either have a flag or a timeout. It's going to be delay of game on the Highclimbers, so make it 1st and 15 from the 25 now.
Yeah, that's their second penalty for a total of 10 yards.
Well, it's interesting that I was thinking that they were taking a lot of time to get that play set up in the huddle. It's like a double tight formation. Single setback, that's Ivory Alexander. Kenyon will go in motion. I think they're going to get the...
Might have got North Thurston on that, on a hard count. We'll see.
I think you get the 5 yards back there because that's the way it's going to go. So, yeah, there was a little bit of encroachment. Luke has that hard count.
Yeah.
We've seen it work to the Highclimbers' advantage, especially against Central Kitsap.
Yeah. Well, that's the first penalty on North Thurston.
So Jonkers wide to the far side, Hurt wide to the near side, double tights and a single setback behind McPhee. Kenyon in motion. Quick drop off to Hurt. Hurt gets a completion, breaks through the tackle, and he's on the run. See you later. Can they get to him? Touchdown Highclimbers before he gets in the end zone. Yes, it is. Highclimbers right back. That was 70 yards, Jerry.
70 yards.
Wow.
Pass play. Great.
And that's the speed of some of the receivers the Highclimbers have on the field. You don't see it very often, but there's a good example. We saw it last week with Troy Goodwin, but he was out of the backfield, and this Charles Hurt got in there 70 yards. That's huge.
Yeah, it was great.
So Borgalt is on to kick the point after to tie this ball game up. I believe it's Trenton Hughes is the holder. There's the snap, on target, a little high. Handled well, the ball's up. Did it get in there? It did. Tie ball game, 6:45 to go. First quarter, we'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act today to make sound decisions and to entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice business. We need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Give me my button there. There we go. We got some sound now. This happens when you're not familiar with your surroundings. So the Highclimbers go 70 yards in basically 3 plays, but 2 of them were penalties. So 1 play, and they tied the ball game up.
And Hunter Bogart got the point after attempt on that. So
And he'll be doing the kicking to kick this off. Back to North Thurston, and maybe if you don't give the Rams a short field, your defense might have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We might have a shootout here tonight as well. So Borgalt has it teed up at the 40.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a run up and the kick. End over end. It'll be taken at the 18. To the 30, 35, trying to get to the outside and pulled down across the 40. That's still on. Actually, it wasn't pulled down. Stop there. I think it was 21 on the carry or the return.
22-yard return.
That was Zach Porter on the return. Still trying to get some sound in here. Crowd noise.
And Zach Speaks, I think, got the tackle.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Seen a little bit more of Zach Speaks.
Yeah.
Late in the season. So 1st and 10 for North Thurston on their own 43. Under center. And they'll shift everybody around. Handoff this time goes to Garcia. Gets across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. I believe that
See
was
where
Garcia.
they spot it.
Yeah, forward progress up to the 47.5, 48. I forgot about the way things echo on this stadium floor.
Let's give it a gain of 5 on the play.
That's what it says officially on the clock. So 2nd
Okay.
and 5 from the 48. McGard under center, 2 backs in the backfield, and they'll shift him around. That back is Porter. Handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Or is it to Porter? It was to Porter. And the Highclimbers are right there on it. Let's see who was in there on the tackle. Ammon Anderson And Dom Manet.
Was the carrier Eddie Martinez?
No. Porter.
Porter, okay.
21.
Oh, number 21.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I saw. No gain. Actually, I would say it's a loss of 1 on the play.
I think you're right.
Back at the 47.
Yeah, it is a loss of 1.
So it brings up a third.
6 or 7.
Long 6, short 7. Little play action this time. Sets back, throws over the middle. Got a guy wide open there in the zone. And wrestled down immediately after the catch. And that was number 14 on the catch.
Jeffrey Walden.
Yeah, Walden with the reception and the first down for North Thurston into Highclimber territory at the 43.
Good for the North Thurston first down. That's their third.
5:11 to go here and counting. Single setback this time, and they'll put Porter in motion, and he gets the pitch, trying to get around the left side. Finds some running room inside the 35, where he's run out of bounds there by Kenyon. Actually spotted at the 33.
So a gain of about 8 or 9 on the play by
10.
Porter?
It's 10. If we had it right, I think it's a 10-yard pickup.
No, because he didn't get a first down.
Oh, he didn't.
So
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
So it'd be a gain of 8. 8 or 9.
I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Gain of 9, excuse me.
Okay, so 2nd and 1 at the 33. It's Martinez on the carry, trying to find some room around the right side. Highclimber is there with a wall, and very little gain, if anything at all. Zach Jonker at the bottom of the pile. No gain. So it brings up 3rd and 1. Now wait a minute, guys. That can't be a first down.
They're going to give it, huh?
That's not right.
It doesn't seem like it. Didn't seem like it. Okay.
Okay, they're going to give him a first down. They're going to spot the ball.
That's the 4th first down then.
That makes absolutely no sense to me, but they know. Porter in motion. Back to pass goes Magard. Magard throws into a crowd, and it's incomplete. He overthrew the intended receiver. And we do have a flag on the play back near the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to be a hold.
Yeah. 3rd pass attempt by North Thurston. They've completed 1.
Yep, it's a hold on the Rams.
Yep, 10-yard penalty. Holding.
So 10 yards from that spot, and the spot is the 35. So it'll be first down and about 23, I think. 23, 24. Spot the ball back at the 47. They have to get up to what? The 22 for the first down. So that's 20. Okay. 20, 25 actually. On the rollout is Magard. He's going to throw down, and I think it's incomplete as well. Nope, they're going to call
caught
it.
Catch number 81.
At the 36.
Donovan Quishoko. The receiver.
It's a good grab on the sidelines. The Highclimber side was out of bounds.
Gain of about 12.
To the 36, 11, 12, sure.
Yeah.
Give him 12. Why not? Let's be generous tonight.
Okay.
2nd and 13 is what they're putting on the board. From the 36, out of the gun, low snap, hands it off. I believe this is 24. So we back here. That was Juan Rodriguez on the carry, and he got 1. To the 35.
So it looks like it's about 3rd and
12.
12. Yeah. So that's the 4th back to carry for North Thurston.
McGard going out of the gun. He'll load up this near side with receivers. And we have whistles. We have a timeout on the field, I believe. Yes, we do. North Thurston takes a timeout. So we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Back at Fouts Field, just under 3 minutes to go here, first quarter, 7-7 ball game. The Rams have a 3rd and 12 from the Highclimber 35.
And that was the first time out for North Thurston.
They really want to get a first down here. Want to make sure everybody's on the right page or the same page here.
And I think we're in 4 down territory.
Well, I'm pretty sure we would be. McGard will send 2 receivers to the far side, overloading that far side. He's got a back beside him in the gun. Back to pass and on the rollout to the far side. He's going to throw deep. Got a guy there, and it's complete. And inside the 20 is number 15. And that's Brown. Brant Brown on the catch. First down.
So they're going to spot the ball on the...
Yeah, it looks like it's
12.
13, I think.
Okay, so it would be a 22-yard pass to number 15, Brown.
So under center goes McGard. Back behind him is Garcia. Handoff, however, to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets to the 10-yard line on that scramble. Gain of 3.
Anderson on the tackle for the Highclimbers.
Second and, well, they're saying it's 8 at the 11.
So gain of 2 on the play.
Officially, if you want to get into that. Garcia the back behind McGard. Play action to him, handoff, and trying to get around the outside.
And good pursuit by the Highclimbers.
Highclimbers shot that one down. That carry was by Juan Rodriguez. And I don't think he got anything. He actually lost a yard. Interesting, Jerry. I just noticed something. On other fields, because these are combo fields, the soccer markings are in yellow, and they have that little box for the goal. Oh, there's also a flag on the play. On this field, that little yellow box for the goal is on the 11, and in other fields it's on the 13. So interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the penalty is here, Diedrich.
See if we can get the personal foul on the Rams. That's surprising.
15-yarder.
Wow. That marches them back.
Yeah. So that's the 3rd penalty on North Thurston for a total of 30 yards, and that one really hurt them.
Yeah, back at the 26 now. And they have to get to what? I can't even see. Near the 1 or the 2, I think. The 3 for the first down. 2 or 3.
Yeah, maybe even less than. They've got to get all the way down to about the 1. They got to get down to about the 1 because the ball was on the 11-yard line.
Okay, well, they're going to call it 2nd and 23 out of the gun. We'll go with McGard. McGard back to pass, looks over the middle, throws. It's intercepted. It's Jason Kenyon on the pick and the return, and he's on his feet. That's the guy you have in the hands. He's gets outside the 40-yard line, and look at him. He's really revved up for this one.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. So an interception, and the Highclimbers had the ball back. First and 10 on their own 41-yard line. And he picked it off, what, about the 15? Somewhere around in there?
Yeah. So add another nice highlight to tonight's game.
So we have two so far.
And that's the first turnover of the game, and that was an interception by Jason Kenyon.
So the Highclimbers, so they go for a deep shot here. The first and 10 on their own 41 after the pick. McPhee goes under center. He's got two backs beside him, one receiver wide. Bourne in motion, pitch to him. Little bobble there, but he kept it in, trying to get around the corner. I don't think he got very much.
I don't think he got anything. Nope.
So they're going to officially call it no gain. Second and 10 from the 41. Might have lost a couple of inches.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the first times I've seen Bourne carry the ball on an in and around. And that could be effective tonight, maybe against North Thurston. Let's hope.
Two receivers on the near side. Borgalt is one of them. He's the man in motion from the side. Sprints to the other side of the formation. McPhee goes under center. Splits the wideouts. Double tight. Bourne in motion.
Oh, we got a flag.
I don't know if that's going to go on the Rams or on the Climbers.
I'll guess that it goes on to the Rams.
Yeah, there was some jumping there in the middle by the Rams.
Let's see, though.
They're pointing
this
way, to the way of the purple. So it'll be another encroachment penalty there, and 5 yards. Brings up second and 5 from the 46.
Fourth penalty on North Thurston, a very 35 yards total. They're self-destructing here a little bit.
Mendiola Lopez, the wide out on the near side. Inside handout, that's Oles. Oles runs into a wall of purple, but manages to fall forward for a gain of maybe one. Might have been two. Nope, one. It's like one to the 47. And grind them out, guys.
Well, like Jack Stark said, if you can get 4 yards on each play, right?
3.5.
3.5, that's
3.5 on each run play. You have first down by the time you get to Mendiola Lopez coming wide to the near side. Guy way out. That's, I think that was short drop.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for the first quarter and an incomplete pass. I think it was Oles who got back in time. I don't know. No, he didn't. There's a flag.
He was way over.
There was a flag. He forgot where he was.
Yeah.
So the quarter ends with a penalty on the Highclimbers, likely.
Yeah.
We're going to wait here before we switch ends, see what the penalty is, but we're pretty sure what it'll be. It'll be the end of the quarter, or maybe they won't get the penalty off. I think that's the quarter, no penalty. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. We're through one. Close ball game, 7-7. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
So we're back here at Fouts Field. Are they going to put the penalty actually now? Looks like they are going to assess the penalty on the Highclimbers for, that would be offsides.
Yeah.
We still have to switch ends of the field too. Oh, they're gonna refuse the penalty. I guess no penalty. Oh, I think officially they were going to try and call that an illegal shift. I'm assuming that's what because we're looking at the backs of the referee, so I'm assuming he was making that motion with an illegal shift, and they declined it. which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either.
Well, it does.
Well, it was the play was.
But it makes it a 4th down situation.
Right, exactly. You're right. That's what I was thinking. We still haven't swapped ends of the field.
No. But it makes sense that they would decline it.
Okay, so they declined the penalty, and I guess now officially we're going to go to the timeout between quarters. Okay.
And it'll be a punt situation.
Well, you see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back with the second quarter. It's a 7-7 ball game.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey's First State House Campaign.
And we're back here at Fouts Field. 4th down and 4. And Boren will boot one. That'll hit at the 30, take a high climber roll inside
sure does.
the 10 now. And actually near the 10, excuse me, that's right at the 11 is where.
10 or 11 yard line, yeah.
Inside the, that was a good punt.
Yes, it was.
Caught everybody off guard there. Quick
well,
snap.
We're looking at, it was in Shelton territory, right?
Right, 47.
So
to the 11.
42 yards.
Okay.
We like that. We'll take it.
We'll take it. So that'll pin the Rams deep in their own territory. Spot the ball on the 11, 1st and 10 there. Still working on trying to get a crowd mic here, folks. Try and liven this thing up a little bit. I think I figured out what I could do. The next break, McGarty goes under center, has a single setback. That's Garcia, but he hands it off to Martinez. Martinez picks his way outside the 15. Before he's pulled down, I think that was Martinez, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Eddie Martinez on the carry. Got two, Martinez, 2 Rodriguez is out, that's right. This is Martinez on the carry. Ball will be spotted at the 18. No, that looks more like the 17 to me.
Gain of 6 on the play? Yes, gain of 6 on the play. Okay.
So we'll call it 2nd and 4. I'm not sure what that is. There's a Martinez on the move and a nice tackle by that's Ivory Alexander. Good tackle there. He sought that one out.
Yeah, number 24 for us.
Well, he did manage to sneak out a yard, I think, on that run to the 19. So call it 3rd and a couple. To the 19.
Yeah, it looks like it's 3rd and 8.
3rd and 2.
Oh.
Climbers are showing blitz.
Yep.
McGard will change the play, call an audible. Hand it off in the inside, and that's Garcia straight up the middle to the 35. Wow, that's quite a little burst that young man has. Found the little hole and scored it out there.
5th first down for North Thurston.
Spotted up at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams.
Gain of how many?
Oh, you're going to ask me that? 18 to the... Oh, it's like 19 yards.
Okay, thank you.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
You're going to ask me to do math on the fly. I don't know about that. McGard under center. Man in motion. That is Martinez. Hand off to Garcia. Straight up the middle again. If it keeps working, keep working it until they stop him. Outside the 40 to the 42. give him, 5 yards on that carry.
Who had the timeout?
Oh, they have a timeout? Oh, we have
Timeout,
a
Shelton.
Highclimber timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is
First
Mason,
timeout?
Yeah, Mrs. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is Sharon Trask.
And I approve this message.
I'm voting for Sharon Trask because she is a strong candidate that will research her information, verify her facts before coming to a decision.
She's got a really great heart for the community. She's a very smart lady. She cares about her community, and she's got a lot of great background, and I think she'll do great for the county.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
We're back here at Fouts Field.
2nd and 5.
Thank you, Jerry. 2nd and 5 from the 42 are the Rams. I think Coach Speaks probably wanted to talk about this handoff straight up the middle working consecutively, and they don't want that. If anything, you want to clog up the middle of the field, right? Make them go around you. So one receiver far side, 2 backs in the backfield. Little play action, and on the rollout, sets his feet in the middle. McGard going deep. Got a guy there. No, pulled it away. Wow, Bourne had position, and it just went off his hands. And
caught by number 24.
Yeah, pulling it down for it's Juan Rodriguez with the first down catch all the way up to where you can't see behind the pole.
It was thrown from the 42.
Right, and it's up to the 15. And that's right
43 yards.
That's right behind the pole, folks. I'm sorry. We're going to have these positions where you just can't see where the ball is.
So a 43-yard pass play, and he's 4 for 7, the quarterback.
It's under center again. He's got a single setback. Man in motion. That's Martinez. Hand off to Garcia up the middle again. Banging bodies, squirting inside the 10, and still on his feet. I heard a whistle back at the 10. And I think this we're going to call him forward progress stopped. I'm thinking. Can't see anything on the camera. We have a flag that's late. And what are we going to have here?
And it looks like it's going to go against North Thurston. Or at least they're pointing that way.
They're conferencing at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Garcia did end up in the end zone, but the whistle blew. And let's see if we can catch the signal from this side. It's going to go over and talk to a Rams sideline. I'm thinking it might be on the Highclimbers,
You
Jerry.
think so?
I think it might be something after the whistle was blown dead.
Uh-huh. So if this play holds up, well, let's see.
Well, it was the 1st and 10 from the 15, and if you got to the inside the 10-yard line, now this has been one of those games where you're not really sure what is happening here.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's down by the 5.
Well, the whistle blew and his forward progress was stopped right about the 10-yard line. He kept churning and got into the end zone, or he slid into the end zone. Let's see if we can pick up the call from our head referee.
We're just speculating right now.
Now we have a sideline warning on North Thurston and an inadvertent whistle. You love those things, don't you? Yeah. They're going to call the play dead at the 7-yard line, it looks like. Or I think you redo the down. They're going to put it at the 7.
So a gain of 8 on the play.
Okay.
Looks like. I mean,
yeah, that's the way it's spotting. That's where they're spotting it. I don't agree with anything that was happening here. Inadvertent whistle. His forward progress was stopped, but he did manage to get into the end zone. I'm not really sure what's going on. This time it's a handoff to Martinez. Martinez tripped up at the 5, trying to find some way around the left side. do we have another flag out there somewhere, Jerry? I don't see anything.
Looks like a gain of about 3.
Oh, they're going to call that first down.
Okay.
It's
So
they'll give them 3, Jerry.
Yeah, they'll give them 3.
But
it's a first down. It's a 6th first down.
First and goal from the 5-yard line for the Rams now. Trying to go back on top. Garcia, the man behind McGard. Hand off to Garcia. Spins his way to the 4. Nice defense on the interior by the Highclimbers there. Clogging up that middle. Give him a yard.
Okay.
So second and goal from the 4 now for the Rams. Guard goes under center again. One back behind him, and that's Garcia. And McGard's going to step out from under center. And he'll hand it off to Martinez, working around the edge. Got inside near the 2 or 3 yard line on that kind of run around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Can bring up third and goal from now to 1. Let's give him 3 on that carry.
All right, I will.
Hash mark near the far side, or should be the ball spotted near the far hash mark. Rams hurry up to the line of scrimmage. McGard straight up the middle. Touchdown, Rams. Number 4 straight up the middle, just on the quick snap on the sneak. And the Rams are up 13-7.
And that was from the 1 yard line?
Yep, 1 yard, quarterback sneak. And it looks like Adam Helton is on. No, he's the holder. Do the holding from that spot for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick. I think that's good. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Make it 14-7. Rams take the lead back. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. South Sound Stadium tonight. South Sound Conference finale for both the teams. The North Thurston Rams up 14-7.
It's been a pretty good game so far. It's been it's nice to see a close game, and let's see if Shelton can come back and answer. You bet. You bet.
Got teed up at the 40. Kenyon and Oles back deep. Oles on the far side, Kenyon on the near side. Here's a run up on the kick. It's going to be kicked to Kenyon. He'll stand on the 14. Trying to dance his way. 25. Trying to step on the outside here. He's pulled down about the 28, 29 yard line.
About a 15-yard return.
Yeah. Been pretty consistent tonight.
Yeah, he has. 2 15-yard returns, Diedrich.
So Highclimbers will start out 1st and 10 on the the 29-yard line. I can't see the 3 from my angle, guys. The pole is in the way.
Kind of reminds me of going to Fenway Park and you're trying to watch a baseball game and it's a really old stadium. You got all these old poles.
There's poles in the way.
Yeah.
I do miss the wide open spaces of Highclimber Stadium. Junker to the near side, Hurt to the wide side. Oles goes in motion. Hand off to Boren. Boren trying to drag the pile right there in the interior. I think he might have lost a yard there.
Yeah, let's see.
No
I think he got back, yeah.
Yeah, no gain.
And I haven't seen, tonight's kind of a first for Bourne, isn't it, on the running?
Being in those wing positions, the split end position, yeah, that's probably due to the injury to Goodwin. He's playing, he's lining up where Goodwin has the last few games.
Right, so he's getting that opportunity.
So he's getting that opportunity. Hurt will go wide to the far side. We have, it looks like Max Johnson in the backfield with Oles. And a pass. It's complete to Bourne at the 40. Does a little move at the 45 and spun out of bounds about the 47, 48-yard line. Nice little play there. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Max Johnson in the backfield. It was Oles in the backfield. I could be wrong.
Who caught the pass? Bourne?
Anthony Bourne with first down up at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers. 6:13 and counting on the clock.
About a 20-yard pass.
We have a timeout on the field. It'll be North Thurston with the timeout. We'll take it. 6:08 to go in the first half. 14-7. The Rams have the lead. The Highclimbers on the march. Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor. First and 10 from the 48 for the Shelton Highclimbers, trying to answer to the Rams.
We've had some highlights tonight. Jason Kenyon's had 2 15-yard return punts or kickoffs, and we've had 2 completed passes by Shelton, 2 for 3 for a total of 90 yards. And we've had a turnover interception by Kenyon. So we've had actually about 5 really nice things happen tonight.
Yeah, plus So Richard Knight is number 46. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. So he's been in the field for the second time. Handoff straight up the middle for Josiah Oles across midfield to the North Thurston 49. A good run up the middle with the fullback leading the way. Good lead block by
Give him 3
Knight.
or 2?
Give him 3.
All right.
At the 49 of the Rams. Call it 2nd and 7.
How are we doing on time?
5:40 and counting almost.
Been a pretty quick first half.
Hurt will go wide to the far side. McPhee under center. Oles and Knight. There goes Bourne in motion. And oh boy, somebody forgot to play altogether. So that'll cost him 5. Puts the ball back into Highclimber territory. And back at the 46-yard line.
And that's the 3rd penalty on the Highclimbers for a total of 15 yards. Before the game, we were talking about how many kids would be returning next year. We got about 30 underclassmen. That's good news.
And those are ones on the active roster.
There
are others who are
that
not
are hurt.
Active.
Yeah, so we could have more.
Other issues are not on the active roster. And again, the Highclimbers are jumping. They're forgetting the count here. Either that or Luke's hard count is getting to his own players. So another 5 backwards, and the Highclimbers are going the wrong direction.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned that the Rams self-destructed there one time, and now the Highclimbers are returning the favor.
So the ball's back at the 41-yard line. 2nd down, 17 yards to go for the first down. Hurt will go wide to the far side. Double tight ends, the split ends are Oles and Boren. Little play action. Oh boy, that was blown up right there. McPhee had no chance. I don't know if that was a broken play or just well defended by number 40. That's Armin. Sorry, I can't see the name.
A loss of 5 on the play.
Tanuo. And that makes it worse for the Highclimbers. Back at the 35. third down, 23 now. So bring out one of those big pass plays, Jerry.
Yep.
Jonker will come wide to the near side, Hurt wide to the far side, double tights, Oles the far side of that tight Bourne near
third
side.
and about 23.
Yeah, pitch to Bourne. Oh, ball's free. Bourne will pick it up. He's back at the 25, and he slides forward or dives forward to the 28.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a loss of another 5.
Ball brings up fourth and about a half mile.
Yeah, fourth and about 28.
Now they have to get up to into the if they were to try to go for this, but Bourne's on there to punt it away. He's standing behind the pole for those who are watching. Gonna boot one high and short.
But
it's gonna take a bounce.
Yeah.
And it'll be down at the 47-yard line.
25-yard punt, but no return.
That was Wood Ricker who grabbed it and downed it for the Highclimbers. And the Rams, with a 7-point lead, have an opportunity to add to that here with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. So one receiver on the near side, 2 backs behind McGard. He'll hand it off this time to 36, and who was there to meet him?
Number 9.
Number 9, that's Jake Myers. Jake Myers blew that one up.
Well, I think they've pretty well solved that problem of trying to go up the middle, so that's good.
Gomez on the carry for the Rams. Well, officially a loss of 1. Second and 11 from the 46. There's Garcia this time. Slides forward for a couple of yards. Give him, 3 it looks like. No, give him 2, sorry. Miscounted. To the 48. So it brings it a 3rd and 9. Good defensive stand here by the Highclimbers. Will be a welcome sight after self-destructing the last time they had the ball.
Well, North Thurston's had 7 different ball carriers.
Well, they spread it around. McGard will go under. I'll go out of the gun, and you'll have 2 receivers on the near side. On the rollout, gonna throw down the field, and it's caught on the sidelines.
By number 81.
Yeah.
Donovan Quishoko.
Okay, I'll go with that. His second pass to him for a first down, actually, both times.
And that's the 8th first down for North Thurston.
Ball all the way up to the 38, 39, between the 38 and the 39 for the Highclimbers. The Rams are on the march again, 2:08 to go in the half. McGard will go back under center. Has one guy behind him. That's Garcia. Hand it off to the 3rd guy. Through the pack. Fans want a holding call on that. No flag, I don't see.
Juan Rodriguez.
Yeah, Juan Rodriguez on the carry. Gets inside the 35 to the 34.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, 2nd and 5. 1:45 on the clock. So the Rams need a little bit more urgency when they're coming out of the huddle. Garcia with a handoff, runs in his own man, tries to find some room, and then the Highclimbers cover him up. Brings up 3rd down. I don't think he got anything on that.
No.
Kind of helps you when you run into this guy in the same color jersey.
And a loss of 1 on the play.
You can call it a loss, okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying no gain at all. 34 is where the yard marker remains. 3rd down, 5. Out of the gun will go McGard. He's on the rollout. Got a guy there. He's going to throw it deep. Nice defense out there, knocking away. I think that was, is it Jonker? I think it was Jonker right there to knock that one away. Good defense.
Yeah, matter of fact, he caught it, went out of bounds.
Well, it's
so
brings up 4th down.
Yep.
And 5 for the Rams.
So nice defensive play.
Let's see if they can stop this on the 4th down. Under a minute at 56.8 seconds on the halftime clock. McCart will bring him out. Send receivers 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the gun he'll go. Back to pass again. Looking to the near side. Throwing. Oh, knocked away this time. Anthony Bourne with a big hand in there and knock it away. Good defensive hold.
Yep. 2 good defensive plays in a row by the defensive backfield of Shelton. One by Jonker and one by Bourne.
Yeah, well, I'll go over on downs. Highclimbers have almost 52 seconds to work. Got to get a ball out there, guys. 1st and 10 for Shelton at their own 34-yard line. Ball boy needs to be a little bit more alert. And late arrival in the huddle for the Highclimbers as well.
So we're spotting the ball at the 34?
At the 34, yes. 1st and 10 for Shelton, trailing by 7. 51.8 seconds to go in the half. McPhee goes under center. Double tights and receiver on each side. Bourne in motion.
Yeah.
Throw, quick slant. I think we're going to get a false start on that. Somebody kind of bobbed their head a little bit.
Yeah, definitely North Thurston's been showing blitz here. So
yeah, it's a false start on the Highclimbers. So unfortunately, they're going the wrong way. Now, technically, they should put those 8 seconds back on the 2 seconds back on the clock. But they won't. That's not. So ball back at the 29. Well, hey, maybe we'll get those 2 seconds back on the clock. So we have the head referee doing.
Yeah.
Something.
I think he's trying to tell him.
I don't know how he can. I mean, they do have little radios that they communicate with each other, I noticed now. But I don't think they still haven't put one up they put 53 seconds. Okay, so they added they added an extra second on the clock. That's fine. All right, we'll take an extra second. Start on the snap either way. McPhee under center. Rams are jumping, and oh boy, that should be something on the defense there. They're jumping out there, but it's going to be 5 on the.
Yeah, because they're so close. They're in that neutral zone.
They are, but they're obviously not going over the ball. Wow. So now we're back to the 24, 1st and 15. Or it's more than that, isn't it? 1st and 20 from the 24. Can't see him, but McPhee's under center. He's going to hand it off to Oles. Oles cuts it up the numbers, gets to the 30, a little bit more, maybe the 31, depending on the spot. 45 seconds, the clock is running.
About a 7-yard run. Nice run.
Now we're under 40. Highclimbers need some urgency here. We're approaching 30 seconds. They've got a play out there, out of the huddle. They do have a timeout to use, don't they?
Yes, they do. They have two timeouts left in this half. They've only had one timeout so far.
We're getting to 15. Everybody's set now. We're getting down close to 10. Little fake pitch and a throw. That one's batted right back down. That clock stops at 7.5 seconds on that batted pass.
Well, you might as well. It's 3rd down, right? Or 2nd?
3rd down now.
Okay. You might as well just throw it long. Go for it.
Well.
Do you see a disadvantage for that? Or return it?
From this point in the field, yes. I would, we'll see. Personally, at this point,
you wouldn't.
I'd take the knee and go to halftime. I don't know how much you can get in 7 seconds. But we'll see what Coach Speaks draws up here. And it'll be handoff to Oles. Oles trying to get around the outside. Does break it loose. Going up the sidelines. Spinning across the 40 to about the 43. And that'll be the half. But a good run at the end, although they were going the wrong way due to penalties. So we'll head to halftime. North Thurston on top. 14-7, and I'm sorry, what do we got here? I think we're not going anywhere. I think we have a flag on the play. I don't see.
You can't end on a
defensive
penalty.
Yeah. Let's see what the. Now they're going to say it's the half. That'll do the half. This refereeing crew has been a little interesting tonight.
Well, that inadvertent call, I'm not sure how you would explain that, but
it looked to me like the forward progress was stopped, and then the whistle blew, and then they gave them an extra 3 yards on that particular play. I mean, this is all just, at this point, water under the bridge.
Right.
That is the end of the half, and the Rams have a 14-7 lead at the midway point. Teams head to the locker room, try to regroup. What do you have to say?
Well, it could really be 7-7 if we had got that one interception. I think our player got the ball, and then our North Thurston receiver took it from him for a completed pass.
Right, that's very
So it could have very well been 7-7.
That's a good point, and it could be also 21-7 with or at least little different scenarios. But we'll talk about that some more. We're going to head to halftime. It is halftime here, and it is 14-7, North Thurston on top. We'll be right back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in just a moment.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey First State House Campaign.
halftime here at South Sound Stadium. North Thurston Rams lead the Shelton Highclimbers 14-7 in the South Sound Conference finale here for both teams. We'll have a crossover game next week. It appears that the Highclimbers are going to head to Tacoma and take on Mount Tahoma. We'll have more about that in a moment. We'll get to Jerry Apple's stats in a moment as well, but I would like to talk about a little bit about the Merriam Knight 8-man football team out in Matlock. They're in a playoff hunt as well. Last week they kind of took it to Wishka, and I did watch them dominate a little bit out there in Matlock last Saturday.
The Merriam Knight football team flew past Wishka Saturday, 54-0. The inexperienced and short-handed Loggers were no match for the Owls, who scored 40 points before the end of the first quarter. MMK coach Tom Kerr.
They're a really young team. We knew that coming in. Our guys knew that our older guys knew that they'd play sparingly in this game especially. So, but it's good for our younger guys to get that work in because they don't get a lot of work in during game situations. So that was good to see them step up and execute some plays today.
Merriam Knight has been up and down this season, but Kerr made some changes that led to big margin victories.
We've put some guys in some places where they can be successful for the team. Obviously, the last couple weeks, we've been playing a little bit of younger competition. However, we have executed, and that's why you see the lopsided scores. When we execute, I believe we can beat anybody in our league. Okay? It comes down to if we don't execute, that's where we make mental mistakes and get behind in ball games. We've gone to more of a spread approach, getting our fast guys in space. Eddie Capels and Austin Freeze, if we get them in space, they break tech, they're pretty much gone every time. So that's kind of the goal of that, and our spread is to get our guys in space.
The boys from Matlock are now 4-3 on the season, 3-1 in the 1B Coastal League. Merriam Knight hosts Crescent next Saturday.
They're one of the tougher teams in our league. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be between us and them to win our league. So that's what it's going to come down to find out if we can host a playoff game. And I'll find out more information on that this week, kind of see what the scores are. But it's looking like that game's going to mean either we host or they host. So that's what it's looking like right now.
Worst case scenario?
I think worst case scenario is if we lose that game, we are on the road the following week.
Okay.
Best case scenario, I think if we win that game, we are either here or have a bye the following week.
Kickoff on October 27th is 1 p.m.
Yeah, we're back here. Merriam Knight playing tomorrow at 1 p.m. if you're interested, and I do hope you are. Head out to Matlock and watch some 8-man football. It's always exciting to watch the 8-man game. Jerry's still working on his stats here. He's got them done here. We'll get to Jerry Apple's stats, and I'll actually get to that in a minute. If you're interested in some flying pumpkins, Jerry, come out to Hunter Farms tomorrow and watch some trebuchets throw some pumpkins. That's where I'll be. It's kind of interesting to watch that. Anyways, are you ready, or should we take another break?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's do the Jerry Apple stats.
All right. North Thurston had 8 first downs. They had 27 carries on the ground for a total of 121 yards. And the quarterback completed 5 of 9 passes for 111 yards. So if you add up the 121 on the ground and the 111 in the air, we come up with, it's 124 plus 111, 235 yards total for North Thurston. So 8 first downs, and they were pretty balanced on the ground and the air. 121 yards again on the ground, and 111 yards in the air. They had 30 yards worth of penalties, and they had 1 turnover. Jason Kenyon made a very nice interception. Matter of fact, Shelton had a chance of getting almost 3 interceptions in this game.
Right.
One, Zach Jonker almost intercepted, but he was out of bounds, unfortunately, and we almost had another interception, but it was taken away by a North Thurston receiver for a big play for them. So that's the stats for North Thurston.
Yeah.
Shelton, it's interesting. They had 2 completed passes out of 4 attempts, and that one was a big one. Number 15 caught a 70-yard pass, and he showed a lot of speed. And then Bourne caught a pass for 20 yards. And number 15, of course, is Charles Hurt.
Yeah.
And Charles, probably one of the big plays of the season for the Highclimbers. So a total of 90 yards on the ground, but unfortunately, they lost 15 yards in the ground and got the 90 yards in the air. So you're looking at a total of 75 yards for the Highclimbers. Ironically, they did not get any first downs.
Interesting, though.
Yeah,
First downs.
You would have thought that they would have had one on that 20-yarder, but maybe they were way back. I don't know. Penalties, they didn't have any major penalties.
Just their untimely 5 yards.
Untimely 5-yard penalties, maybe on a hard count. And I think North Thurston showing that blitz kind of had a big effect on our offensive line.
Well, you have two things working there. You have Luke McPhee's hard counting. I mean, his inflections when he's up to the line of scrimmage, and then you have these guys jumping into near the gaps.
Right.
And that kind of makes you think, oh, did the ball snap?
Right.
I mean, that's might be the mentality there, and that has led to at least 2 back-to-back 5-yard penalties at the end of the half.
I think I'd like to recognize also Hunter Burgall. He got a point after attempt to make it 7-7 after the 70-yard pass play to Charles Hurt. Jason Kenyon has been doing some good things. I mean, he got that interception, and he's had 2 15-yard returns. And he's been averaging probably around 15 yards a return if you look at the whole season.
Right. I don't remember what he had after that. He had a return off of that interception as well.
Right.
That was 20 yards, 20-some yards there. So Jason's got some speed and some ability to get through weave his way around, get some positive plays. And you see that with Anthony Bourne as well. You might be, again, wondering, where is Troy Goodwin? Something happened in pregame warm-ups. We're not sure what it was. He is not available for tonight. He was, unfortunately, as a precaution, I'm sure, he was in a wheelchair before the game. And they had his, I think it was his left leg was elevated at that point. I don't know we didn't see what happened. I know he was very disappointed, wanted to be out here tonight.
Yes,
so
he was.
We'll have to check on his injury later in the week and see what his availability is.
Troy last week had a nice play. Very
he
nice
had the
play. 95 yards. Yeah. So, it's too bad for Troy. But we do have one more game. Unfortunately, I don't know if Troy will be ready for that.
We'll find out. That would be the crossover game with the Pierce County League's Mount Tahoma, and it'll be out in Mount Tahoma District Stadium in Tacoma. We're going to have to talk about what we're going to do next week, because I do believe there's a good possibility there will be a playoff game for North Mason. I'm hoping that they'll do it next Saturday instead of next Friday, because the way I see the way the Olympic League and that 2A district level playoff play-in game, they'd be playing like in Fife. I'm not sure, but we'll have more. They have to win tonight to have that happen. They have to win. They have to have a couple other teams lose, but it's very likely that that'll happen. They're up in Port Angeles. It's a very hard place to play. And Port Angeles is one of those dangerous teams. They had a good start, and then they kind of faltered. North Mason had a good start. They kind of faltered. It's just the nature of the game. Anyways, we'll keep you apprised of what we're going to do next week.
Anyway, we've seen some positive things tonight from Shelton, and hopefully they can come back and get back on the scoreboard and make it a tight game.
Yeah, we have another half to play, and they do receive the ball to start the third quarter. So let's see if they can respond and go the right direction offensively instead of mentally going the wrong direction. We'll get into that. Third quarter's coming up. Take another timeout. It is 14-7 North Thurston on top at halftime.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
This is Sharon Trask.
And I approve this message.
Why am I voting for Sharon Trask? Because she's got a really great heart for the community. She's a very smart lady. She cares about her community, and she's got a lot of great background, and I think she'll do great for the county.
I believe she will be a trustworthy office holder who will look to put Mason County on a firm footing as we move into the future.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
And it's halftime here at South Sound Stadium, Fouts Field. 14-7, the North Thurston Rams on top of the Shelton Highclimbers. The Climbers will get the ball and start the third quarter. Got to get out of the way, let the coach into the booth. Got to do his job. We got to do our job. It's kind of tight out here, but we are inside for the first time in I don't know how long, Jerry. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think this is the first time of the season that we've actually been inside a.
Well, Montesano.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I keep forgetting.
Montesano, we were. I'm trying to think. Was there another game?
No, I don't believe that there was. Yeah, we were in the press box of Montesano.
Central Kitsap?
Oh, yeah, Central Kitsap.
Yeah,
oh, boy.
we were inside, yeah.
I kind of forget about those games.
It's okay.
I think it was because it's such a... the window was open and I felt like I was outside instead of inside. Just feel free to make as much noise as you want to. We don't care. So, Jerry, what do you got to say? You're counting somebody out there.
Well, it's nice to see a close game tonight, and like I said earlier, we've got 30 underclassmen and probably another 5 or 10 that have been hurt, injured for some reason that are not playing tonight. So we've got a good group returning next year. That's something to look forward to. Got to get in the weight room, play a lot of 7-on-7, go to some camps, and we're going to see what happens with the quarterback situation next year. That's another big question mark. But we've got some good potential. We've got a couple good returning runners. So I think it's going to look a little better next year.
Yeah, we're going to put 3 more minutes up on that clock for the warm-up to make sure everybody's well warmed up. After the halftime break, we'll take another break. We'll come back with the third quarter in a 14-7 game with North Thurston on top, and the Highclimbers set to receive the kickoff in just a couple of minutes.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter here at Fouts Field, South Sound Stadium. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple with you with a 14-7 game. Go ahead, Jerry.
And the Highclimbers are going to be receiving. And I just put a little plug in for our kicking game. It's nice to see Hunter out there. He's only a sophomore. And I think his kicking game he's improving all the time. And he's a good soccer player.
Okay.
So this is, he's now able to add that talent to our football team.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, Jerry.
Okay.
Consistently, North Thurston has been kicking it to Jason Kenyon.
Mm-hmm.
He's been consistently returning it 15 yards.
Right.
Wait a minute. I thought this was wrong. For some reason, they're going to have the North Thurston team lined up. It should be the other way, shouldn't it?
Well, unless I thought so too.
I thought it, okay, that's interesting. I could be wrong though. I'm thinking there's been a lot of things that's happened in this game that have been a little bit confusing to me.
Did North Thurston receive at the first? Because Shelton was on defense.
Yes.
At the first. So why are they kicking?
I don't know, but there's a penalty as well because they're kicking from the 35. Should be flipping it around, and they should. Well, this is interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm not sure what is going on with this.
I mean, we're looking at a 15-yard advantage we just got. Well, that's a mystery. Two mysteries.
Two mysteries tonight. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure what.
Well, I don't understand the penalty. I didn't see anything marked off at the end of the first half.
I don't know what's going on here.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah, we'll take it, I guess. Borgalt will boot it from the 35, and he's got a little short kick that'll be hitting on the ball's free, picked up, and there goes Ivory Alexander. Touchdown, Highclimbers.
Wow.
Holy moly, that just worked. Gangbusters there. I am just shocked.
Wow. Maybe well, that's a second turnover on the part of North Thurston.
Wait a minute.
What the?
I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, he can't advance it. But it's Highclimber ball. It should be Highclimber ball on the 20. Okay, he picked it up. He can't advance it. That's what they're saying. All right, that was a beautiful play. Either way, Highclimbers have the ball. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line of North Thurston to start the third quarter.
But that was the second turnover for North Thurston.
If it goes down like that, I'm not really sure. I'll have to get some explanation on what happened there.
Well, he fumbled it.
Well, he picked it. It was never even in the hands. It was a live ball. The ball is live on a kickoff after it goes 10 yards. Here go the Highclimbers quickly up to the line of scrimmage. McPhee under center. He's going to hand it off to Oles. Oles nowhere to go there, trying to get around the outside. And a loss on the play of a yard, it looks like. So that did not put any points on the board, but the Highclimbers have a very short field to work. 2nd and 10 from the 2nd and 11, I would say, from the
2nd and 11
from the 17.
It doesn't indicate it on the scoreboard.
The scoreboard is wrong. And
well, they've been pretty slow on that scoreboard.
McPhee will go under center. The pole's in the way. I'm sorry, people. Oles in motion. Pitch to him going around the outside. Looking for some room. Banging bodies at the 20 and still can't kind of get forward progress here. Brings a 3rd down quickly. I think no gain there. Now they're going to give him, he got a couple on that one, Jerry.
Okay.
Can't give him 3. I think it's 3rd down and 9.
All right. Okay.
From the 12, hash mark far side. 2 receivers, 1 on each side.
Yeah, he almost got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
McPhee gets Jonker under center. We're going to have either a timeout or a flag. It's going to be a timeout on the Highclimbers trying to get this 3rd down play right. We'll be right back. This is Mason Webb TV. We'll get it all worked out when we come back. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Now we're back here
Okay.
at Founsfield. It's 3rd down and 12 from the 18-yard line. The Highclimbers have the ball to what essentially was an onside kick, and they haven't been able to advance it a whole lot from there. Jonker runs to the other side of the lineup. Under center goes McPhee. 3rd and 12. Toss to Oles. Oles is going to throw it to the end zone. Knocked away. It's kind of hung up there just a little bit. And it'll be 4th down.
Like you said, you got to throw it to their right shoulder.
Well,
that's
you know,
hard
it's
to do.
easy
That's
to
hard
say.
to do. It's hard to do.
Yeah, easy to say.
Especially
so
at this level.
Looks like Hunter Borgalt's going to be on to attempt a field goal here. And looks like it's going to be 35 yards or no. Let's see where they're going to 34-yard field goal attempt for Borgalt. Can't really see where the ball is. The snap's on target. Kick is up. Is it there? Is it there? It is good. Wow.
Wow.
Good 3-point kick there.
And how many yards?
34 yards. We'll be right back now that we've put the Highclimbers on the board again, but they trail by 4.
Well, that was good. I put a plug in for him.
Well, that's good. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for the last 14 years. During this time, I've gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to a community that has been so good to me and my family. I'm humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
So after a 34-yard field goal by Hunter Borgalt, the score is now North Thurston 14, Shelton 10.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure, I hope I have an answer.
We've had several very good field goal kickers over the history of Shelton football. The one that played in the Super Bowl. And I wonder what the longest field goal is for the Highclimbers. Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. I'd have to research that.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Have that answer for next week.
So Borgalt has it teed up at the 40 to kick it back to the Rams after his 34-yard field goal. He's a little squib kick that's going to roll out of bounds.
Yeah.
So the same kind of play that they tried, that they were successful on to start the half, but
now, what's the options here?
They could take it at the 35, or if it's out of bounds, a shorter distance. So I believe that the Rams will get it at the 35.
Okay.
That's where they spot it.
So when it automatically goes out of bounds,
right,
they can get.
It's either the 35 or the spot it goes out of bounds, because if you attempt an onside kick and it goes out of bounds, you want to take it from that position. If I mean, Eric will probably tell me I'm wrong, because I'm sure I am specifically. Okay, McGard under center. He's got the man in motion. Pitch to him. That's 21. I believe that is it Rodriguez?
No.
I have to look at
Zach
sheet.
Porter.
Porter. Oh boy. Okay. Boy, I'm really off on my.
And a gain of about 3 on the play for Porter.
Brings up second and actually it's only 2, Jerry.
Okay.
Second
that was
and
his
8
third carry.
To 37
of a game.
McGard will send receivers to each side. And in motion up to the end of the lineup. And we're going to have a false start on that one, I believe. Yep, it's indicated on Rams. We'll bring it back to the 32.
So North Thurston's been penalized 35 yards total this game.
Does that include the 15 to start the?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, okay.
It does not.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's 50 yards. Thank you.
Okay. McGuire goes under center, has one receiver to the far side. Highclimbers show blitz, sees on the rollout. Oh, he slipped a tackle, slipped another tackle, and then he stood up and stopped. And the ball came loose. Oh, boy, who has the ball now? I don't know. I think the purple jersey.
Looks like North Thurston recovered it.
Jersey.
Number 4, the quarterback.
Well, actually, I see it in the hands of one of the linemen. But, boy, that was pretty exciting here. The Highclimbers are just blasting in there.
So we have a big loss. Well, a loss there, about 4 yards.
Yeah. I think the first down marker's up at the 45. The ball is back at the 29. So it's 3rd and 16. Card will go out of the gun. It has one receiver's far side, 2 receivers on the near side. One back beside him. Back to pass he goes. Looking over to the near side. Oh, almost a nice catch there. It falls out of bounds. Surprised. Or did he catch it? He did. Wait a minute.
No, he didn't catch it.
No, he didn't catch it. I saw the thing bounce out of bounds. So that'll bring a 4th down.
Pretty good defensive coverage.
Yeah, it was Zach Jonker, I believe, and Charles.
Number 15?
Yeah, Charles Hurt and Zach Jonker were both there.
Yeah, they were both there.
On the defense. That brings a 4th and 16 from the 29. Punting situation. Borgalt will go back about his 38 to receive this punt. So if he can do some magic. Highclimbers are showing a little bit of pressure. Monet gets in there. The ball will roll.
Bourne
will tick it up at the 27, get up the outside to the 40. He's knocked out of bounds about the 42. And then a flag comes in at the end as a late hit was.
So about a 15-yard return. Now let's see the late hit, huh?
Oh, it's got to be a late hit because he was way out of bounds. And I didn't even have that on camera because it wasn't in the field of play.
So a nice return by Bourne.
Trying to add to his stats from a couple of weeks ago. So that should put it into Ram territory, unless they're going to do a phantom play that we didn't know. But it should be a late hit on the dead ball. Yep, so that's 15 yards from the out-of-bounds spot. So that should put it inside the 40.
So North Thurston's starting to rack up some penalties of 65 yards.
So 41 is where the Highclimbers will start out. That's the North Thurston 21. They trail by 4. 9:08 to go, 3rd quarter here.
Yeah, on the 41 now.
Under center goes McPhee, has everybody set. Hand off this time to
Kenyon.
Jason Kenyon on the outside, inside the 20 where he's shoved out of bounds right at the sidelines. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 16, Jerry. From the 41 to the 16.
Yards.
Yeah,
26-yard carry.
Jason Kenyon, that kind of surprised me. I was thinking, who is in the backfield with Oles? And then, wow, it's 22. So let's get Jason more involved here. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers.
So that puts us at a plus 9 on the rushing now.
At the 16-yard line of North Thurston. Kenyon, the near split end, a receiver on each side. Kenyon goes in motion, pitch to him. He's going to juke and jive, try to get inside, get down to about the 10, or just shy of the 10. They can give him 5 on that run, Jerry.
Okay.
Got a pole in the way, and I can't swear they're going to spot the ball, guys. Will do the best to call the action.
Well, what's interesting, he's picked up 31 yards in the last 2 carries, you know. That's good. Tenacious runner. Good athlete. We'll show that on the basketball court, too.
I'm looking forward to that. Kenyon and Oles in the backfield. Receiver on the near side. And I think that's Jason Kenyon on the carry as well. Fights his way. That's a hard fought. Maybe he got a yard. I don't know.
I think he did. Yeah.
Depends on the spot, Jerry.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what this.
It says at the 11. I guess that's a 2-yard.
Yeah. Picked up a yard or two.
Yeah.
Depends on where they say the 12-yard line, but it's not the 12.
It's the 11.
So I say 2 yards on the play.
First down, they need to get to about the 6, I believe. So third down, I'm going to shift over here and keep the shot as wide as possible. Bourne in motion pitch to him on the near side, coming this way, trying to get around the edge, cuts it up. It's near the first down marker, I believe. Very close, out of bounds on the near side. That's a 1st and goal from the 5.
Okay, so that is, I think, unofficially the second first down.
Okay. The Highclimbers knocking on the door again, trying to cut into this 4-point lead. 7:34 to go here in the third quarter.
So 1st and goal from the 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Hurt comes wide to the near side. Kenyon and Oles in the backfield. Bourne is in the split end. Hand off to Oles. Nope, it's going to be a pass. Throw out there to Bourne. Bourne catches it on the dive. Just out of shot. Sorry about that. Touchdown, Highclimbers. Highclimbers take the lead by 2, 16-14.
5-yard touchdown pass to Bourne.
And Borgalt is on to give the Highclimbers, or attempt to give the Highclimbers, a 3-point lead. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Spot is down. Ooh, the extra point. I don't think he did sneak it in there. It was just low. But that makes it 17-14. Highclimbers with the lead. You have something to say, Jerry?
Well, the snap wasn't very good. That was part of the problem. But they did get it through, and that's good.
So we'll take a break. We'll be right back with the kickoff. It is Highclimbers 17, North Thurston 14.
Yeah, it looked like the snap was.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Highclimbers take the lead on a 5-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Bourne from Luke McPhee. And it's now 17-14, 7:26 to go here, third quarter. Borgalt's got it teed up at the 40. Kick it back to the Rams. It's been interesting to watch Hunter kick. He's keeping me guessing. So if you're keeping me guessing, you've got everybody else on the field is guessing.
Well, he's had 2-point after attempts and a field goal tonight, and that's great.
So here's the run up. He's going to boot this one deep. He's
nice.
Drives him back inside the 10. About the 9 is where that's Garcia, I believe. Cut from behind by Jake Myers. Got about,
15 yards, 16 yards. Nice kickoff of, went down to the 9. So 51-yard kickoff. Good.
To the 25 is where they'll spot the ball. See if the Highclimbers can get another defensive stand here.
Well, we've seen some very good, they're stopping the run up the middle, and they're also stopping the long pass right now. The backfield's been played pretty well defensively.
McGard hands it off. That's Garcia. Cuts it up the middle. Gets up near the first down marker. Might have got enough. Yes, he did.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Well, Nope, the chains aren't moving. I think he's just short. He's a yard short. He's at the 34. So give him 9 on the carry. 2nd and 1 coming for the Rams. And now what do we have here? We're going to measure now. It's short, guys. I can see it from here. I don't understand.
Well, Garcia so far has picked up 68 yards running. Their other back, number 26, Eddie Martinez, has picked up 51 yards.
So they're going to bring out the chains, Jerry. I can't believe they're going to bring out the chains.
It doesn't look like they're.
I mean, you start
from
at
here. It doesn't look like
you start at the 25. You got to get. You're going to be a yard short.
Well, yeah. Look where the marker is.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. It's going to be a.
Or they're discussing where the spot is. I mean, that's a 9-yard run. It's clearly a 9-yard run.
Yeah. I agree.
There you go. And he finally says, "Okay, it's 2nd down."
Okay.
Okay. Even if from our angle it would be different, but I mean he started at the 25.
Right.
And it's at the 34. It's not. It's a yard short. Are they still discussing it? It's 2nd down, guys.
There's been some interesting.
Well, I reckon
coming tonight.
I recognize one of the officials tonight. He's not the head guy, but he was actually at the Merriam Knight game last Saturday, and he was the referee, and he did a fairly good job. So I'm not sure. Handoff this time, Garcia.
To number 20.
Garcia just picking his way. Look out!
Ooh.
Myers catches him at the 40. Wow. Garcia, I figured out what the deal is with Garcia. He's kind of small. He kind of gets lost behind the lineman. And he's able to scoot along.
Yeah, he picked up 25 yards.
Yeah,
he picked up 27. 27 yards.
Okay, up to the 40 or 38 is where they spot the ball.
Oh, he's up to 95 yards.
Wow. Yeah, he's short in stature, so he kind of gets lost, and he goes sideways in the backfield, finds the holes, and then he's just off to the races after he found a hole.
Mm-hmm.
He's the lone setback back there. Hand off. This time it's Martinez, I believe, on the carry up to the 36. 20. Got that right?
26.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. It's Eddie Martinez on the carry. Give him a couple yards on that. Barely a couple of yards. Spot the ball at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, North Thurston has 9 first downs.
2nd and 8. McGard goes under center. Has one receiver to the far side. Hand off to Garcia again. Just tries to split a couple of backs. Monet was in there and brought him down. A little bit of help.
It looks like he picked up about 2.
Yeah, inside the 35 to the 34. So brings up 3rd and 6 coming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very long.
Big
6.
defensive play for the Highclimbers.
Yeah, 3rd down, 6.
Although I think it's 4 down territory.
Well, at this point, yeah, I believe you're right. You're only trailing by 3, and I don't know if the kicker is good. Good, and going to throw, and just short of Porter. Incomplete, brings it 4th down. I think Porter went a little bit deep on his route than McGard expected and threw it short. So it brings it 4th down and 6 from the 34. Clock is stopped at 5:24 to go here, 3rd quarter. 17-14, Highclimbers with the lead, Rams with the ball in Shelton territory. The big 4th down play here. As McGard will send 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Out of the gun he'll go. Porter has been one of his favorite targets. He's looking at the far side though, throws it. It's complete, and Ivory Alexander knocked
number
him down.
24 was on the coverage.
Right at just at the marker. He knew where he needed to get. It looks like it's 1st down. Or very, very close. Yep, no, it's 1st down.
10th first down, and completed pass to who?
Oh, it was, who was that? Now I've lost my train of thought there, Jerry.
I think it was 18. Or 81, I mean.
81?
81, yes.
Okay, we'll go with that. Sure. Porter was in motion. Handoff, however, to Martinez. Finds his way to the 20.
Gain of 7 on the play by Eddie Martinez, number 26.
Yeah, just to inside the 20 to the 19, actually. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah.
Brown wide to the far side. Garcia in the backfield. Martinez in motion. Handoff to, oh, nice play there. Who was that? Eamon Anderson with the big stop there.
He's had several really nice stops tonight. But very active.
Yeah, it was Eddie Martinez on the carry and a loss in the play of, what, 2?
Yeah.
Back to the 21, 22-yard line. 3rd down. About 7 to go. 1st down. 4 minutes and 5 seconds, counting on the game clock. 3rd quarter action. Under center will go McGard. Man in motion. Handoff again to Garcia. Oh, he stood up by Jake Myers right there. He'd gotten maybe a yard, Jerry.
Yeah, if that.
Well, spotted at the 21, and I guess you can give him 2.
Yeah, because it was on the 23.
Yeah, that's what the board say.
Yeah.
It's hard from our standpoint.
Yeah, it's hard for me to know exactly.
It's just hard to see where the ball is.
So we've got to depend on the scoreboard.
To an extent, but that's a 21. They're putting it at 22, but it looks like a 21 to me. 4th down again. See if the Highclimbers can get a stop here. Brown goes wide to the far side. The guard looks at him, gets everybody set. I'm saying handoff to Garcia, or he's doing a hard count here. Nope, he's going to call timeout.
Yep.
3:12 to go here, 3rd quarter.
First time out of this half.
And North Thurston probably going to come back with a field goal attempt here. That's my prediction. And I think we'll just keep it right here to see what happens, Jerry. It's been an exciting game here.
It sure has.
Both ways.
Yeah.
And we have our challenges, of course, with reflections, although I haven't seen myself in my screens yet, Jerry, but we have had pretty good lighting.
That's good.
Despite the glass that we're shooting through. And I chose this booth because the window was cleaner.
And have you got all 3 different backups tonight on your internet?
Oh, I'm just doing the YouTube broadcast tonight.
The YouTube? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the one you usually do the best with, don't you?
Well, it's got the best quality, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look like they're the Rams will go for it. They have a 4th and 6 from the 21. If they're going for this one. Defense is out there for the Highclimbers. 2 receivers on this near side. Nobody to the far side. Out of the gun will go McGard. Martinez the back beside him. Back to pass he goes, and a little blowout. Going to throw. And it is
he caught it.
But it's short, I believe. Maybe not. Very close at the 15-yard line. It is enough for a first down.
Okay. So it's the 11th first down. Completed pass to number 15. Good for 7 yards, 6 yards?
6 yards.
Okay.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams. They'll wind the clock, approaching 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And I don't even know where that play went, Jerry.
Well, let's see.
I'm thinking it might be Garcia trying to get around the outside. We have a high climber down. They're slow to get up. Yeah, it's Garcia on the carry. You got 5 yards, looks like.
Okay. He's got 103 yards.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 5. Brown wide to the far side. Hand off to Garcia. Nope, a keeper. This one goes to Martinez, and a good defensive play there by Ivory Alexander.
Ivory Alexander.
Yeah, good defensive play. He saw that one, and he's all fired up down there after that play. Loss of, what,
4 or 5?
6?
6.
Well, I make it 5. Back at the 16-yard line.
Okay.
Third down coming for the Rams. Under 2 minutes to go here.
Much needed play by Mr. Alexander.
To finish it out though. Get him off the field. McGard goes under center. Man in motion. That's Martinez. Back to pass it goes. Throws under pressure. Guy there, and it's picked off. Charles Hurt got the pick. It threw into double. Actually, there was a guy wide open, and the Highclimbers collapsed on it. And Charles,
and he came over a little ways to get that.
Yeah, and he McGard was under pressure. I think he threw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
Yeah.
And the pick, and they're going to say he can't advance it. Wait a minute. No, yes, he can. Okay, they'll spot the ball.
Well, that is the third turnover.
Wait a minute, Jerry.
No, we've got it.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But
it's been a kind of a mystery.
Yeah, we've had a couple mysteries tonight. But that is the third turnover for the Rams tonight.
Spot the ball at the 12. 1st and 10 for Shelton. Deep in their own territory.
1 fumble and 2 interceptions.
Hurt comes wide to the near side. Jonker will come to the end of the lineup there, and we're going to have a delay of game.
Very costly.
So I'll make it 1st and 15 now.
Well, where was the ball at?
It was at the 11.
Well, isn't then that half? Well,
no, that was 5 yards. It's at the 6 now.
Okay.
Same formation. And I'm not sure who had the ball there. Is that a safety? I have no idea what happened there. Rams say it's a safety. The referees. Nope, they got to just. I guess that would have to go down as a sack there.
Yeah, that'll go down as a
loss of 5 actually.
Oh yeah, at least 5.
We're back. The Highclimbers are on the half-yard line.
Yeah, it was a loss of 6 because the ball was on the 7-yard line.
Right.
Or no, 6.
Well, either way.
6, yeah.
Handoff, and I believe this is, I don't even know who has the ball. I think it's Kenyon. I'm only guessing. There's a flag at the end
late
of the play.
flag.
That is Jason Kenyon on the carry.
And when it's thrown that late, it can be a personal foul. When it's thrown that late. We'll see what the call is.
Well, Jason managed to get 4 yards on the run.
A very needed 4 yards.
And now we got to check out the penalty here as they're conferencing. I think we've had a couple of games this year where there's been a lot of conferencing. Usually we have one, and this year we've had a couple.
Well, we've had, tonight we've had 4 or 5.
Well, I'm just saying overall the games just kind of drags things out.
Yeah, it does.
It's a face mask on the Rams.
It had to have been a personal foul by the, because the play was dead, basically.
Right. Now, is that 15 or is that 5? That's 5.
Okay.
But I believe it is. Should it still be first? It should be first down. Mark the ball out at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Okay, so we're looking at a 3rd first down that they got.
Hand off to Kenyon. Kenyon trying to find some running room around this side. And I'm not thinking he might have got back to line of scrimmage there. 2nd and 10 coming. Actually, yeah. Tried it. This is a difficult angle from where we are, Jerry. It's almost the furthest away they can get. And there's 10 seconds and counting on the 3rd quarter clock. Will they get a play off? I think that McPhee will just he'll just let the quarter run out. So we're through 3 quarters with the Highclimbers up 3, 17-14. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Waiting for the start of the 4th quarter.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go, and it's at the 10-yard line.
Actually, they're going to spot it at the 11.
Are they? Okay,
yeah,
good.
The board says 12.
Does it? Really?
It's the 11.
Okay.
Big 3rd down here for the Highclimbers. Fee under center. Hand it off. Nope, he's going to pass. Oh, that ball is picked off. Wow, off the deflection. That was deflected and picked off by number 51. That's Jackson Beal. Is that right? Yeah.
Well, that's the first turnover for the Highclimbers. Unfortunately, could be a very costly turnover here.
Well, that was deflected at the line, and it just kind of was a wounded duck flopping around there, and just heads up play to pick it off, and the Rams are in business at the Shelton 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Head off to Garcia. Garcia just jumped into the middle, and then that little hole that was there collapsed quickly.
Yeah.
He did manage to get a couple of yards, though. It's like,
let's see where he spots it.
Yeah, looks like it might be at least one. Yeah, let's give him 2. Give him 2.
Give him 2. Okay.
Call it the 9-yard line.
Good.
2nd down, 8 for the Rams. And off to Garcia, slipped, and not much there. He slipped, put his hand down. I'm not sure if they're going to mark him. Did his knee go down or just his hand?
His hand did. Yeah. I think his hand just went down.
Well, one referee has a mark back at the 11. The other one has it at the 11 as well. So it's a loss of 2.
Oh, so they say it wasn't.
10.
So they say it was the knee. I thought he was able to
keep his balance.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Well, you know, from our angle, I know his leg was down there, but I don't know from our angle whether we could see it. And obviously the referees say his knee was down.
Uh-huh.
And why is the clock stopped? There we go. They'll wind it up. It is a 3rd and 10 from the 11 for North Thurston Rams.
And the clock's running?
It's running. Yes, it is running.
Boy, they're taking their sweet time.
So McGuire to go out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the far side. He's going to go on the rollout, looking to the end zone. Turns. There's a
incomplete.
Incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. And it's going to be.
It'll be a holding, won't it?
Yeah, it's actually illegal use of the hands. If I saw that signal properly, so it's 10 yards from that spot. Or do you take the play and bring it 4th down?
I would take the yards.
Yeah,
I would take the yards.
You're right.
Yeah.
Although you do have that option.
Yeah, you do. I wouldn't ever pass up that 10 yards. So.
Right. Be rather than 4th and 10 at the 11, it's going to be 3rd and 20 from the 21. So the Rams can still get a 1st down.
The other very costly penalty for North Thurston.
10.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Shelton leads by 3. That's something we haven't said in the late going of a ball game here, Jerry, all season.
Well, it's been a good game.
It's been a good game.
It's keeping us in the game.
Keeping us. Yeah, usually by this time we're off topic, but not tonight. We're on topic.
We've been serious tonight.
And 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, out of the actually under center. Handoff this time to Martinez, dancing around. Oh boy, what a nice little run! And got the nearly the penalty back inside the 15 to the 14. So he brings a 4th down. It's Martinez on the carry, 26. Clock is running, 10 to go here in the ball game. 4th down and it's 3rd down. Excuse me. That was a. Oh, wait a minute.
They've got 4th.
It should be 4th, yeah. Okay, there we go. 4th and 13 now. The way this game is gone, and this is a field goal attempt, Jerry. A 30-yard field goal attempt to tie the ball game. Here we go. Kick is up. Is it on target? It is. So it's a tie ball game at 9:31 to go for a 30-yard field goal. We'll be right back. This is Mesa Web TV, powered by HCC.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
.9:31 to go here in the ball game, tied at 17. The Rams and the Highclimbers after a 30-yard field goal by North Thurston. The Highclimbers are set to get this kickoff. You've got Oles and Kenyon going deep. Kind of looks like the Highclimbers are expecting some sort of onside kick a little bit here. We'll see what Hewlett does. There's the kick. He's going to boot it deep. Kenyon's going to take it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, and he's going to be pushing the pile to the 35, maybe the 36. It's a good return.
25 yards, 26 yards. I think he took it on the 9.
Okay. Oh.
So, 26 yards. Nice return.
And he's still, I don't think he hit that higher gear either. I think he was waiting for the opening to put it into 5th. Although I think he has 6 and 7 gears in it.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, Jerry, are the Highclimbers. Tie ball game, 9:23 to go in the game. We're at South Sound Stadium in Lacey.
A nice night for a football game at this time of the year.
We haven't had too much rain this season. A couple of games where the rain was falling. Hurt wide to the far side. Bourne in motion, but I think he double tapped his foot, and that's going to draw the penalty. I don't quite agree with that. That's a little picky, but
what did he do?
I think he double tapped his foot before he made his move.
Okay.
Kind of. That's what I saw, but.
And you can lift that foot once, right?
Well.
But you can't.
I think that was a little bit picky, but maybe there was something else on the line. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I don't see everything, Jerry. It just seemed like there was a little bit of a ticky-tack thing.
Yeah, it seemed like it, yeah.
McPhee will go under center. He has a receiver on each side. Quick drop off. Ooh, almost picked off there.
Yeah.
Quick little slant to Kenyon. It's incomplete. Short drops for McPhee. I haven't seen a lot of that from Luke until this game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really, I don't know what goes through your mind doing your receiver and you're expecting that quick slant.
Well, I know that Eric has the highest praise for Luke. He, the work ethic is great.
Bourne goes in motion. It's a pitch to him, going around the left side. Gets across the 40 now. What a run by
yes.
Anthony Bourne. Came up, 2-3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, about a 13-yard return, huh? Or 13-yard carry.
Right. He's up to the 44. Need to get to the 46. That is a long 2, short 3. The way I read the marker here.
Yeah, short 3.
Third down coming for the Climbers. Hurt the Highclimbers quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts to the hash mark near side. He's wide. Kind of an offset eye, it looks like. Hand off to Oles. Oles just
stacked up.
Yeah, it busted through there.
Number 54.
Yeah.
And that was Lee Miles.
Yeah, and 60 was also in there for Anthony Ross. Blew that up as fourth down and got Bourne on to boot it away. Loss of 2 on the play, Jerry.
Yeah.
So Bourne will get set to kick it. Looks like Brown's going to go back about his 25. Snap a little bit off.
Nice,
Anthony,
pretty good
high and
punt.
short.
Nice high punt. Let's take a high climber roll. Yeah.
Kenyon swatted it towards the goal line. Nice idea, Jason, but I don't think you can fake the referees out that much. And they will...
was it Kenyon or number 4?
It was Kenyon.
Okay.
Woodricker was there, but it was a little bit off. They'll spot the ball at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for North Thurston. Tie ball game, 7:55 to go. Shelton still looking for the first win on the season. Both these teams are looking for the first win in the conference, as North Thurston had 2 wins early in non-league. Turnaround handoff, that's Garcia. Garcia, I think that's Sam and Anderson just tried to corral him.
And Anderson's been in a lot of tackles.
Take that back. That was not Anderson. That was, where is he? Oh, Kyle McGregor.
Oh, okay. So gain of 5 on the play.
To the 43. 2nd down and 5 for the Rams. Clock is running. Under 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. Brown comes wide to the near side. And then the Rams do this full 3-player shift. And out to Martinez. Martinez finds a seam. Comes up short of the 50-yard line. I believe that is Anthony Bourne, but that's first down.
Yeah. And that is the 12th first down, and that's a 5-yard carry.
Actually, it's going to be 6 yards, Jerry, because it's the 49.
Oh.
Where
did I learn that?
Yeah, that's all right. 5, 6.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 from the North Thurston 49 are the Rams. Garcia, the back behind. Handoff, and he tried to do a little jump, and he manages to do that, and he got 6, maybe 7 yards.
Yeah, Gary Garcia again.
There's that flag on the far side, though.
See if that negates the run.
So we wait and wait. I see an indication of a face mask.
Yeah.
And it's against Shelton. Inadvertent, so it's a 5-yard.
5-yarder.
Yeah. Puts the ball inside the 40, the 38, 1st and 10 for North Thurston. Sorry, I'm touching things that I shouldn't be touching here, and hopefully I'm not messing up everything. All right. McGard under center. Martinez in motion, handoff to Garcia, straight up the middle, and he gets to the 35.
Tackled by number 52. And
where is he?
I don't have a 52.
Ah, neither do I.
But that was 52.
Yeah, it was 52. I did check my lineups before I printed them out, Jerry. So. But
so gain of about 4 on the play. 3.
Would be 3.
Okay.
Little fake this time it goes. Oh, nice play, Jake
Did they
Myers.
read it?
Jake Myers all over that one. And Rodriguez had nowhere to go. Need a couple more like that. Ball lost back at the 42, it looks like.
Very good stop. Important stop.
Brings up 3rd and 14. First down marker would be inside the 30 at the 28. 5:20 and counting on the clock. Tie ball game, 17-17. I'm almost thinking that the Rams are looking to get into field goal range and add 3 more up there. Back to pass goes McGard. Got lots of time. Throws a little screen. Well executed, but stopped short and a flag at the end of the play. I think we're going to get a hold. And did the ball come loose, Jerry?
No, but you're right. There is a holding call there. And the pass was completed to number 26, but it's going to be coming back, I think.
I do think there was a fumble at the end of that play.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But it was recovered by the Rams. And we have a referee with his hat off, too. Yeah, we did have a fumble on that play.
Okay.
But it was a maintained possession.
Right.
Holding against the Rams.
Yeah, you know, they're racking up some yards on penalties, boy, too.
So 10 yards from the spot.
95 yards on penalties.
That'll put the ball back at the 48. And it'll still be 3rd down, and it's going to be close to 20 yards here.
Yeah, about 21 yards. Let's see.
Yeah, 21, I think you're right. You got to get to the 28 for first down. And they're going to spot it at the 48. So it's 3rd down. This should be 3rd and 20 from the 48. Now, the screenplay, I haven't really seen that tonight, but well defended, although they did get a big chunk of yardage before the penalty,
right,
or because of the penalty. And that penalty was somebody basically laid on Ivory Alexander, held him down. You can't do that. So 3rd down. Porter in motion. He's going to take it. He's looking for a pass. Throws deep to Brown.
And broke it up.
Incomplete. And then the Rams sidelines want a flag on that. They're not going to get it.
Jason Kenyon broke the pass.
Yep.
Broke up the pass.
Fans do not like that no call. So it brings up 4th and 20 from the 48. Oh boy, if you could just see the show, you can see the shaking.
Yeah.
Fans, the Shelton fans.
Hey, this is what I like to see.
It's 4th and 20.
The enthusiasm.
Yeah, 4th and 20, and the Rams are going to punt, it looks like. Anthony Boren waiting. Going to kick it away, and it's going to hit at the 20. Bounce down the sidelines, go out of bounds about the 15.
So they'll take that option of putting it at the 35?
No, that was only on a kickoff. So
okay,
the Highclimbers will get the ball on their own 14.
That's right. Yep.
4.5 minutes to go. 4:31 if you want to be
I was
specific.
trying,
Yeah.
but I understand you're absolutely right.
If it was a kickoff, yes.
I know.
But in this case,
I
it was
wasn't
a punt.
thinking. I wasn't thinking.
You were thinking differently. Thinking more positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Highclimbers take over with a 1st and 10 on their own 14-yard line. And we're right behind the pole, folks. I'm sorry.
4:31 left.
Hurt goes wide to the far side. It's going to be a handoff to Oles. Oles stood up, and I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he lost one.
He might have. Yeah, I think he did.
So this should be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
13 now. I have to think that these little runs are setting up a big play out of play action.
Well, I think we're going to see a screen pass here.
You think?
I think we're going to see a rush. Let's see what happens.
Jonker will come wide to the near side. Hurt goes wide to the far side. Well, Bourne goes in motion. Back to pass, quick slant, and it's knocked down. I think it was intended for Hurt. That brings up 3rd and 11 from the 13. I almost think you want to do some sort of a pump and go here out of this short, if there's time for it. But I don't know if that's part of the offense that the Highclimbers have installed here. So 3rd and 11 from the 13. Hurt wide to the far side. Hand off to Oles. Nope, it's play action. Throw to the middle. That's complete to Bourne. Bourne to the 26, 27-yard line. Little play action had me faked out. Of course, that's easy to do. So it's a 1st down for the Highclimbers. And the ball will be at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 and wide.
That's the 3rd pass caught by Bourne.
3.5 minutes and counting. No real hurry here as long as you can keep the sticks moving. Receiver on each side. Under center is McPhee, turns around, hands off. Oh, got it to Oles on the handoff.
Yeah.
Little delay. They faked the handoff to the first guy through, and I think that was it was Oles on the carry, and eventually, I'm just trying to think who he play action to. It might have been Hurt. Hurt is coming out.
A loss of a yard or 0?
Loss of, it looks like 2 at the 26.
Okay, loss of 2.
Sends receivers to each side. Jonker wide to the near side. McPhee on the rollout. He's going to throw. It's complete to Jonker. Jonker breaks a tackle up the sidelines. Look out. Here goes Zach. He's pushed out near the 40-yard line. 1st down, Highclimbers. As long as there's no flags.
Jonker?
Jonker, yes.
Nice catch by Jonker. Good effort. Spinned out and made an extra 20 yards or so.
Spot the ball at the 40. So 1st and 10 for Shelton. 2:28 to go in the ball game.
35-yard play.
Keep losing my camera here. There we go.
So nice job. 35-yard pass.
Bourne in motion, pitch to him, going around the outside, cuts it up the middle. There he goes, in the middle, still on his feet. Nobody's touching him on the far sidelines. Inside the 5, touchdown Highclimbers!
40-yard touchdown run by Bourne.
And the Highclimbers take the lead, 23-17. 2:18 to go in the ball game. And Hunter Borgalt's on there to add another point. Out of the hold of Trent Evans. Snap a little high, put down, kick is up. Is it good? Yes, it is. 24-17. Shelton takes back the lead. 2:18 to go in the ball game. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Shelton Highclimbers have taken the lead. 2:18 to go in the ball game on a 40-yard pass, or was it a pass? I can't even remember now. To Anthony Bourne. Yeah, it was a pitch to him.
Yeah.
It was a pitch to Anthony Bourne, scampered 40 yards.
Yeah,
for
40-yard run, rush.
And Hunter Burgold adds the extra point, and the Highclimbers are up 7, 2:18 to go in the ball game. If you're Anthony, you boot it deep, right? Pin the Rams deep and
definitely
hope your defense can hold them. Ball's teed up at the 40. Hunter with a 12-yard run up here. He'll boot it high, end over end. It'll come up about the 20 or 17. And it's Porter. Porter slips one tackle, gets across the 30 to 35 where he's pulled down there.
About an 18-yard return. Yeah.
I'm only guessing.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 35-yard line. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the ball game. A 7-point lead for the Highclimbers. North Thurston with the ball. Both teams fighting for the first conference win, and the Highclimbers looking for the first win of the season. McGard brings the play in from the sidelines. He'll send 2 receivers wide to the near side. One, nope, that's 2. It's out of the gun. He'll go. He's got 3 actually on this near side. He's on the rollout, looking deep. Throws it short, and incomplete. Good defensive play.
Broken up by number 24.
Yeah, it's Ivory Alexander with a defensive play. So that brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 35.
You know, since the first quarter, our pass defenses look really good.
So whatever adjustments that were made at halftime.
Yeah.
If you've never been to South Sound Stadium, it is basically made out of aluminum, I believe.
Yeah, you can hear
you can hear everything that happens, and the fans are stomping their feet.
And having a good time.
Out of the gun, we'll go to McCard. McCard on the rollout, near side, sets his feet, throws to the sidelines. It's in and out of the hands, incomplete. They're picking on Ivory Alexander for some reason. I think they have the height advantage with number 81. So it's 3rd and 10 from the 35 for the Rams.
Well, they're down, huh? Most important play right now. This is the big one. This is the time to shine for Shelton. Time to shine.
Yeah, 1 receiver near side. That's Porter, 2 to the far side. Out of the gun will go McCard. Back to pass he goes. Looking over the middle, going to the far side. It's got a guy there. It's complete. And it should be enough for the first down across the 45 to 46. They're giving a little too much cushion on that number 81, and his name is what? Why can I not read this tonight?
Well, it's a gain of about 12. I think a 12-yard pass play.
So 1st and 10 from the 46 for the Rams. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:50 and counting. Back to pass goes McCard, throws it short, and incompletes this.
Intended for number 81.
Yep.
And that was Donovan Quishoko.
He's been the favorite target of McCard.
Yeah, he has. He's got
his size is they get a mismatch because
right on
Donovan
Alexander.
is what I can't even say 6'2". Is that right? Seeing that right? And well, it depends on whatever side they match up. Clock is stopped. 1:47 to go into ball game. Highclimbers lead. North Thurston with the ball. Out of the gun. 2 receivers near side. Back to pass and on the rollout, looking to the near side. Favorite target. That time it's complete. Slips 1 tackle, slips another tackle. Got to bring him down, and he's still on his feet. And they're going to finally call Donovan down. Forward progress stopped at the 42.
So another first down, and that's 13 first downs. Completed pass to number 81. Looked like about a 14-yard pass play.
They'll spot the ball at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. 1:36 to go in the ball game. Shelton with the lead, North Thurston with the ball. Two receivers far side out of the gun will go McCard. Back to pass he goes, looking to the far side, looking for his favorite target. Throws there, dumps it off. Oh, it's knocked away by Zach Junker. Incomplete.
Nice coverage. And the quarterback had the right idea. He threw it on the proper side of his receiver, but good coverage by Zach.
Zach's got those long arms.
Yeah.
A long, lanky guy, and just knocked it away. And he's done that at least twice tonight.
Another player we're going to see play, another basketball player. A good one, too.
1:19 to go in the ball game. Second down and 10 from the Shelton 42. Guard out of the gun. Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Martinez the back beside him. Back to pass he goes. Gonna look deep, gonna go deep. Man for man and overthrew everybody.
Nice
intended
coverage.
For Brown. Yeah, Jonker was there again.
Yep.
Incomplete.
Like I said, we've done pretty good on the coverage the last couple quarters.
1:13 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 10 now for the Rams. This has got to be the easiest job these cheerleaders have had to get the fans involved this season so far. Because they're involved. Two receivers near side, one to the far side out of the gun. Back to pass he goes again. He's going to do a pump and run and goes late. Oh boy, it's intercepted. And the receiver fell down. It's Jason Kenyon on the return on the pick, and I'm surprised there isn't a flag on that play.
Well, I don't think I think he just fell down on his own.
I think you're right, but I don't think there was any interference. But you've seen that call before, where the receiver falls down.
Yeah, then they
and
call it.
Throw the flag.
Yeah.
But a turnover, and the Highclimbers are in control with a minute to go.
Well, that's the 4th turnover. That's the 2nd interception by Jason Kenyon. Wow. We've had 3 interceptions tonight. And, of course, Alexander picked up that fumble.
And we have a timeout on the field with 1 minute to go. Shelton wants to talk things over. They lead 24-17. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Back at South Sound Stadium. 1 minute to go in the ball game. 24-17. Shelton on top with 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. We were just discussing. Jerry says just take a knee. I don't think he can because of the timeout situation. The Highclimbers have at least, they've taken one. They just took a timeout. We know the Rams took one timeout.
So they can stop it twice?
They can stop yeah. Oh boy, we're going to get a penalty on this one. And I'm not even sure what kind of formation was that, because Zach Jonker was taking the snap. Was that a knee? No, it was a penalty on the Highclimbers. Second did go off the clock. So they'll march it back 5. Highclimbers 59 seconds away from the first victory of the season. No, wait a minute. I guess they didn't do any penalty here. Now I'm confused. Oh, they put a second back up on the clock. They got the 1 minute back on the clock. And I believe we're 1st and 10. And wait a minute. They're going to go. I guess that was a knee. They're going to take a second. It's a 2nd and 10 now. Zach Jonker is going to take the snap. And he'll just run. Avoid one tackle, and then, well, actually he's pulled down into field play. And North Thurston will take a timeout. Interesting strategy. And then now there's a flag. I'm really confused here now, Jerry. I'm sure there's a timeout on the field as well, and I can barely see the referees. There's a conference there. Flag is down at the 30. Jonker went down about the 27, I think. Five seconds went off the clock. And we're still discussing things here. Let's see what the call could possibly be.
So North Thurston still has their 2 timeouts, or
I'm
one?
assuming that they do. I thought they might have taken. Somebody had to take a timeout. I thought. This penalty is going to go against North Thurston. Oh, wow. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams. That gives the Highclimbers a first down at the 43-yard line. But I thought somebody took it. And then the timeout was taken by North Thurston.
So they have one more time to stop that clock.
Yeah, there's nothing on the clock that indicates whether we have timeout or not.
And you can run off 25 seconds at a time?
Yes. It's 25 seconds, but the clock is stopped, so you got to take a snap. But it's first down.
Yeah, so they could.
I'm thinking in this case.
They could do it.
Well, in this case, I think you want to run, just do a quarterback sneak forward. Trying to run around is not really working. It's interesting that Luke McPhee's not out there, but I think that's just to protect your QB. And he's got to be in that huddle right there, because everybody but 2 players are in that huddle, and the ones on the field. And now the Rams are going to go off the field to take their timeout. So we're going to take the timeout or not? I think we'll just step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be right back. There's 54.9 seconds remaining in this game.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
We've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
We're back here at South Sound Stadium. 1st and 10 for Shelton on their own 43-yard line. 54.9 seconds remaining in this ball game. The Climbers have the lead, and I think we're going to get the kneel downs in the victory formation. Zach Jonker is in there at QB.
Well, maybe Jonker could be our quarterback next year. He's a junior.
I think he's just a more sizable guy. Yeah, he just takes the knee. And the clock didn't even start. The clock didn't even start. Here we go. They're trying to get, there we go. Now we get it started. I think that the Rams are out of timeouts.
Yeah, they are.
So
they would have called it if they had it.
Yeah, we have at least one more snap here. Take that victory. And Jonker is looking at the referee in the secondary. He's watching the 25-second clock. Hand up. Knee snapped. Oh, I'm blocking the coaching. There's another knee. And that should pretty much do it. Listen to the crowd. And that is it, Jerry. The Highclimbers get their first win.
Wow.
24-17 on the road. It's a way to get it out there at the end, Jerry. All right. As the hands are being shaking here, and the Highclimbers get their first win of the season, 24-17. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act today to make sound decisions and to entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice business. We need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
It is a happy final here at South Sound Stadium in Fouts Field. The Shelton Highclimbers pick up their first win of the season, and it's also the first win for the Mike Speaks era. 24-17 over North Thurston Rams. Jerry Apple with his final statistics.
Well, I'm going to start with North Thurston.
Okay.
And North Thurston had 13 first downs. They had 191 yards on the ground. They had two ball carriers, number 20 and 26, who got almost all of that to 191 yards, number 20 and 26. Here's the thing. In the second half, it seemed like the North Thurston passing game just went out the window. They only completed 3 passes in that second half. They were 8 for 18. They had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 1 fumble. And 2 of those interceptions, of course, were by Jason Kenyon.
Right.
Here's a big story. You know, North Thurston hurt themselves a lot. They had 110 yards in penalties. You know, and they gained very few. Like I said, they gained very few yards in the air in the second half. They were able to maintain their running game, you know, in the second half fairly well. But when you are penalized 110 yards and you have 4 turnovers and your passing game just kind of goes out the window the second half, you know, that hurts.
Well, Jerry, you got to credit the changes on the defense for Shelton.
Yes.
Yeah, that for the change.
I totally agree, right. Diedrich. Thank you for bringing that up. I mean, you look at it. I mean, we had 3 interceptions and could have had 2 more.
Right.
You know, And so Shelton had 5 first downs. Those were all in the second half. They had a 70-plus yards on the ground in the second half. One of those was a 26-yard carry by Jason Kenyon, and then the other one was the 40-yard run by Anthony Bourne. Yeah. And so you look at their passing, they completed. Well, they threw better in the second half. They attempted 12 passes and completed they completed 5 passes, 5 for 12. So they opened it up a little bit better in that half. I was real pleased by that. And they gained 144 yards in the air. So you add the 144 yards plus the 55 on the ground, you come up with 199 yards. And I could have been, I'm off probably a few yards. They probably were over 200 yards tonight. So that's good. I mean, look at number 15, Charles Hurt on that 70-yard pass play. That was great. And we had a 35-yard pass play to Jonker. And Bourne had 3 catches, 1 for 20, 1 for 5, 1 for 14. The other thing I think that helped Shelton a lot, besides playing a lot better defense in the last part of the game, the last half, or last 3 quarters of the game, is they only had 35 yards in penalties. Yeah. And they only had one turnover. The other thing that I thought was neat, I'd like to give a summary of our scoring.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Before I do that, I want to mention that Jason Kenyon had a 15-yard return. He had a 26-yard return. Bourgault, wow, tonight had a great kicking game. He had a kickoff of 51 yards. He had a field goal, and I believe he was good on all of his point-after attempts.
He was, even with the one that was a bad snap
and
kind of snuck over the bar.
Right.
So,
so the first score was a 70-yard pass play to Charles Hurt, and that made it 7-7. And then the field goal, the 34-yard field goal by Hunter Bourgault, and that made it 14-10 in favor of North Thurston. And then we had that 3-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Bourne, and that made it 16-14. And Hunter Bourgault got the point after attempt to make it 17-14. And then North Thurston came back and got a field goal. And then a 40-yard run by Andrew Bourne, and the point after attempt was good, made it 24-7. A good game tonight. The crowd was excited. The cheerleaders got them going, and it was noisy. And I look forward to next week. We're going to be going, I guess, to where? Mount Tahoma?
Well, Mount Tahoma is the scheduled crossover game at Mount Tahoma. We'll talk about that coming up. Is that all you have, Jerry? I mean, that's a lot. But
yeah, that's all I have. I would just say there's a lot of neat highlights tonight for the Highclimbers. Wow. Good for you guys.
Right, so they pick up their first win of the season, and first win under the Mike Speaks era, 24-17 over North Thurston. And the first conference win, too. Let's put that out there, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the South Sound Conference kind of gets overlooked in the big scheme of things, but it's a tough conference when you look at the teams at the top.
Well, and you look at, North Thurston had 2 non-league games at the wins at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. Who did they beat? Port Angeles?
Port Angeles and West Seattle.
Yeah.
And West Seattle, they racked up 48 points.
Yeah, West Seattle hasn't been tough, but that tells you a little bit, that we have a fairly competitive league, and we got 3 or 4 teams right up there at the top that are 6-2.
Right, and it's a tough league, so it's good that the Highclimbers have got something to build on for next week, heading to Tacoma and Mount Tahoma, and I guess that'll do it for us here at South Sound Stadium. If I could read my writing in the dark. It's difficult. No, that makes it, well, okay, fine. We'll just go with the reflection. Hi, everybody.
You want me to turn it off again?
No, it's fine. Next week will be the crossover game for both the teams. We know that the Highclimbers will be traveling to Mount Tahoma, and we'll let you know as soon as possible what our plans are for next week. And that will do it for us from Fouts Field at South Sound Stadium in Lacey. My thanks to Jerry Apple, as always.
Well, thank you, Diedrich. It's always a pleasure working with you. I've learned a lot from you over the seasons on football, and it's always a pleasure to work with you. You do a good job.
Well, thanks, Jerry. So that will do it for us here at South Sound Stadium. Final again, Shelton 24, North Thurston 17. The Highclimbers pick up their first win of the season. We will talk to you in about a week.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor, Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner District 3, Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative Position 1 GOP, Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communication, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.